And I'm just gonna be like editing this still.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, Khalid,
Dot, 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 dot.
Hey guys, about time. Yeah, sorry we're a little bit late. We're just I'm still tweaking like a million things right now. So
Okay.
yeah.
I was about to say, man, Dream is a little questionable still.
Oops.
That's okay.
I mean, it's fine as it can be.
Could
For
be
now.
worse, yeah.
Put that up there. Oops. Oof. T-shirt matching.
Oh, with Norbauer. Nice. Good stuff. Rocking that C keys stuff.
There we go. This is a bit.
See, that's pretty good, right?
I think so.
Our cameras are still like pretty intersecting.
Oh, they have to be because the scaling is really bad between the both of them. Because like I have to like cut things off of both frames, for example. So it's like really, really awkward, to be perfectly honest. Let me just put the logo in the center so I can see where I can like lap things center vertically. So that means, oh, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I just need to be on top of you. There we go. It's better now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the stream to catch it.
I just need to put the logo back down, which everyone will see it go down very slowly. I guess I should move the keyboard chores text. Since dang it, shit. There we go, it's fine.
Yeah, I like the sponsor logo, how slow it went down.
Okay, let's lock you into place. Lock the jar. Ventless is still over there, I guess. Keyboard chores needs to move to that's under your hand. The chats needs to be smaller.
Sorry for the delay, guys. We're being stupid and trying things differently.
Hey, you know, hopefully this delay only happens now, so in the future, it'll just be good like this. Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I know the UI still needs a bit more work. But hey, it's a whip, as they say, a WIP. Now you guys can't see me actually. I just realized that. Lol. Because I need to put myself, because layers, they work in a certain way. Who would have thunk? I'm just gonna make my little window smaller as well, so I'm just less obtrusive in my own window, because all my window really is a giant light, to be perfectly honest. Like Ryan, he gets to have his camera in a wonderful position. You guys can see his bright, sparkling face and barbecued beard. But
so let me open my window for hopefully better lighting.
Yeah. So okay, I'm sitting like I've been working on this stream. That's why we're late. So I haven't even like organized my desk to prepare for.
Never mind. It's so smoky outside. There is no lighting. I looked outside. It was like basically dark. What the heck? Like 7.
So I'm still gonna just like clean and organize.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I got like these GMK caps that just like aren't even in a tray, because it's one of those half trays that GMK shrink wraps, which, let's be real, is like the worst thing ever. Like, GMK, please. So, which, you know, if you buy a key set, you know, where you have to get a shrink wrap tray in addition to a main tray, then why?
Okay, so Music?
Uh,
I want some music.
yeah, dude. Yeah, I got you.
You got this?
My
Okay.
dude. Do you want to watch the YouTube chat as well? Because that's going to be a thing. Because Rezi and YouTube just got a high pro for 110. Holy smokes! That's really good.
Green.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude. So yeah, if you wanna,
How'd you get so lucky?
if you wanna help us out and watch out for that YouTube chat as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go to that right now.
The hunkiest of Doryists. Watch together ad. Go away. I don't want to see aerobic wins. Actually,
Yeah,
I mean,
so just a heads up, guys. We are cross-streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. We will try to pay attention to both chats, but due to the much higher viewer count on Twitch, presumably, we're probably going to focus there. But I'll still be trying to keep an eye on the YouTube chat as well. Still getting used to this.
I will show that board in a moment once I get some music going. Sorry for quite the delay.
Crazy notes. One of those epic overhead camera kind of things like you have.
It's almost better like to make your own, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or like mount it to your ceiling or like to the wall in front. Oh, you have a window in front of you, kind of ish. So. Oh my gosh, why can I not search for this video faster? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Ryo Fukui. Let's go.
Where are we going?
Put the volume down a little bit, and I'm gonna pass that link over to you. And a place where I always pass links over to you, and I'm gonna finally clean. And then show you guys a board, and then clean more, and then actually get ready to build stuff. Because I got a fun build for y'all today. So does Brian. Brian's build is as hype, if not more hype than mine, to be perfectly honest. And I need to turn more lights on in my room.
Aw, yeah.
Oh my god, Olivia, you're streaming on mobile. It's because you're out and about. I don't blame you. Oof, Nathan too. Have I gotten used to this Ergo style layout? Yeah, absolutely love it. But before I explain how much I love it, people wanted to see the CMYK on Pristine. CMYK for the shift actually has both icon and text version. I decided to go with the text version because that matched what Pristine had. It also came with the option for row 4 and row 5 1.5U mods at the bottom, and I decided to go with the row 4 because Pristine is on row 5 as far as I remember, and I just chose row 4. There you go. People were complaining about the spacebar being crooked. I just fixed it by mounting the stabilizer on all the way, or the spacebar on. So there it is. Love this board. Absolutely great, fantastic. We're not one to be working with today though. Still have the extra Pristine keycaps on my desk I need to put away.
Hello, everyone. We love you. Thanks for joining us. You guys are awesome. If you weren't aware already, Huey is building an Exent, and I am building a Salamander. The animal, not the keyboard.
So, Char, just heads up, Huey, you're not allowed to stream another platform for 24 hours of your broadcast on Twitch. You're not supposed to do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. But I'm not a partner. It's okay if I'm not a partner, right?
That's only for partners, right?
That was my understanding. I have to actually be like important to either one, and either one doesn't care or love me.
Yeah. Twitch doesn't quite love us enough to make us partners yet. And we have literally zero monetization on YouTube for any reason. So
that's affiliate terms. Oof, rip.
Oh. Hmm. Well, I guess whatever happens, happens.
Oh, just riding dirty.
What are you gonna do? Give us a slap on the wrist or something? Don't you do that.
Okay. Something I'll have to figure out in the future then. Thanks for letting us know, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. We appreciate that.
I need to get ready to desolder. I'll get ready to show you guys what I'm going to be working on today, because I think it's going to be really exciting. It's a very unique color, and quite the keyboard. I can't even fit it on my screen because it's cut off to fit Brian. But, yeah, it's this. I got an Exent that's in rose gold, so you may guess who I'm working on this for, because rose gold was not an original color in the Exent group buy. This was done after the fact. I'm pretty sure. It's nicer than I thought, to be honest. I don't like the look. I like the build quality.
That must be one of the units that didn't have a bunch of the issues, I imagine.
So on the back, you guys can probably see the plastic on what I assume is, I can't tell, like the polycarb or acrylic. It says on the PCB it says Exent, but also says Exent on the back, and it says Origin of Co, Rama, TGR, Asenio, or I forgot which one of that who they are. We got this steel or aluminum. I don't know, this raw big foot on the back. This. You know, I actually would have liked this board if the side bezels was equal to the top and bottom. Honestly, that's it. If they made that change, I think it would have been. I would have considered getting it, but then I would have been happy I didn't get it because of the whole mess of it. But hey, you know, it's a thing. So right now there are B-Sun Browns on this board, and Olivia did not want to have B-Sun Browns on this board, which is totally understandable. So she sent me, or she had Zeal send me some switches, which is 78-gram Xylants, and with these 78-gram Xylants, last night, I wasn't streaming last night, I was actually just playing video games, and in between playing video games, I modified these switches. I lubed the stems with VPF 1514, which is my absolute fave, and then around the spring mount, I use a 3204, much thicker substance around that spring mount, because I like how it affects the spring, to help reduce on that spring ping. That plus the smoothness of the really light fluid 1514 on the sliders, for me, makes a great switch experience. I do that for all of my switches from now on, whether it's tactile or linear. For me, that's like my go-to. So I need to always have 1514 or 1504 on hand, and also 3204. I need to have something thick and something thin. I use both of them, which is probably heresy.
I'm thick.
Yes, you are, in the best way.
You're kind of thin.
I'm thinning. I'm working on it.
Now that you're losing all this weight, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm working on it though.
We should start a rap group themed around lube. Be thick and thin.
Oof. I like it.
Be amazing.
Oh, water tastes so
two
good.
C's, thin with 4 N's.
Okay, so I guess I don't really have to do much for prep because my desolder station's already on my desk. Let's start taking apart this keyboard. That's what I'm going to start doing first. Brian's going straight to building.
I'm gonna lube some stabs. I might half-ass lube these, to be totally honest.
It's a salamander, my dude. It's like Korean
the thing
custom. That's like K in custom.
The only reason I was considering taking kind of a half-ass lube approach on the stabs is because I'm gonna have to desolder this like not that long from now. Send it back to Mr. Nathan Kim, who was generous enough to let me borrow it for a temporary amount of time. So I could try out a couple different things, which is totally cool. But yeah, so I'm gonna take an alternate route for shooting the stabs. They should still sound great, and they should still be fairly smooth. But But yeah, we'll see. Basically, what I'm going to do is instead of doing my usual routine, which you can find in my lube guide on top5.com, I'm going to be taking a much quicker approach where instead of lubing the internal slider, I'm pretty much only going to be lubing where the wire clips into the housing and where the wire goes into the insert. So that way I can eliminate any rattle. So smoothing things up a wee bit.
Poochzag, thanks for the 2 months in a row of Twitch Prime. Good to see you, Chris. Good to see you, Geo. Good to see everyone today. So, for me, Strike 1 against the Exent uses 2.5 mil hex. So...
0.5 mil hex, huh?
2.5 is just the worst. I'm way quieter than Brian. Maybe it's just because Brian is so awesome. But how about
I have a very
now? I just upped mine a bit, so hopefully it'll be. Come on, stop it. There we go. Iridius, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, and PMSing Chicken, thank you for the 200 bits. What's wrong with M2.5? The only issue with M2.5 is of my longer driver set, I don't have an M2.5, so I have to use my stubby bits, which isn't honestly a big problem because my stubby bits are still decent, to good quality. Kurt Tracker, thank you as well for the Twitch Prime. It's just a minor complaint because I'd prefer just to use, one set of bits. Still not close. Brian needs to drop 15%. I need to raise 15. Okay, I got this on my end, Brian. Don't worry. You sound peachy keen on mine.
Peachy keen jelly bean.
So
right?
Brian needs to drop. Come on, trackball. Don't let me down. And I need to raise. How about now? Well, we'll find out in a bit. But yes, it's just. Honestly, a small personal minor complaint about 2.5. 2.5 is actually it's actually a decent size to use if you're building a keyboard. Much better. That's good to hear. Decibels work in weird ways. And by weird ways, I mean not linearly. So Brian, when you were taking apart the Salamander for the first time last night, what was something interesting that you noticed?
I didn't actually fully take it apart.
You didn't? Why didn't you fully take it apart?
Mainly because I knew I'd be doing a build, and I didn't feel it was that important that I take it apart beforehand to check it out.
Oof. So I found an issue already. There's a crack in the acrylic. From when whoever had this screwed the weight into the bottom. It's pretty gnarly.
Oof.
You guys can see that there.
That's pretty gnarly.
Olivia, I think you're still watching on mobile, eating up your data, so you can see this firsthand. They also forgot 2 of the screws for the weight as well. They only used 3 of the 5, which, I mean, is still fine, still passable, but there you go. That's one of the complaints when these started shipping, which is people tighten these, either users tighten these too tightly, or whoever packed them tighten these too tightly, and this happens. So yes, I'm turning my desoldering station on because I have access to what I need to have access to. So the good news is that the layout Olivia wants me to do is going to mirror this exact same current layout, except split backspace, which is the only difference. So when I work on putting the new switches in, I don't even need to pay attention to the switch holes. I just need to pay attention to where switches have previously been soldered.
You should always pay attention to the hole, Huey.
Only when the keyboard's asking for it.
You're that kind of guy.
Can't expect him to give 100% of the love 100% of the time.
We all need a break, man.
So I'm gonna try everyone stream. I found this thing called Monster Hydro Zero Sugar, which is a carbonated water flavored energy drink that Monster has now. And the reason I have this is, as you guys know, I'm on a diet where I can only have zero calorie things after 5 p.m. And this is in fact 0 calories. So because it's 0 sugar. So
I had a coworker that let me try one of those, and I thought it was one of the worst things I've ever had.
it's a sacrifice I have to make. What's the sweetener in it? I don't know, cancer of some sort?
Oh, for sure. Like, it's not... I doubt it's a healthy
it's just
product.
potassium sorbate.
Yeah, it's like death, basically, or something.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hey, Melon, good to see you. What's wrong with water? Nothing's wrong with water. I have 2 bottles of water next to me as well. But this also has a supposed energy. Hey, Toasty Party, good to see you. Howdy, 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 howdy. Hope everyone's doing good today. My desoldering station just warmed up, so I'm gonna get started. Hope I'm not too loud. I'll move my mic a little bit farther away.
Yeah, how's the audio level now, guys? Are we a little bit more even?
I think they said we are hunky-dory, good in said hood. I like this person's use of not using a washer, and there's a piece of tape that just says B. Or maybe this was a B stock PCB, and that's left over because this is actually tape, not paper. Okay, Brian's loud because I put my microphone behind me, or next to me instead of in front of me. So I'll be a little softer, and that's because I'm going to be desoldering, and my machine might be loud. So that's why I made myself softer now. FYI. Don't worry, Brian can vamp like the best of them.
Vamp?
Yeah, it's just basically like talking to fill air. It's like when something awkward happens on television, and the news anchor's like, "Oh, well, so how about that weather, Kathy?"
About that weather, man. Hopefully the smoke. So those aren't paying attention, or maybe aren't very close to the area and don't really know or care. There are a lot of wildfires going on. A lot of them. And a lot of them in California, a lot of them in British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, all over the West Coast. It is just an absolute nightmare. And it's very, very crappy for a lot of people. And out here right now, the smoke is like really, really thick, really, really hazy. Our local air health thing has like a warning out saying the air is officially unhealthy and everyone should be staying inside as much as possible. And that's supposed to hopefully clear up tomorrow evening, is what they're guessing, I guess. So hopefully that is the thing, because I am so sick of breathing in smoke. It's obnoxious. Most wildfires are being made. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Not too surprising.
I definitely know this PCB was designed by Quadcube because this is the same person who designed the PCB for the TGR 910, and the diodes are right above each of the diodes for the switches are right above one of the pins. So like if you're a sloppy solderer, you can easily bridge that diode to the top pin.
Sloppy solderer? That's not useful.
And my bad, I meant to say the ground pin.
You are bad, Huey. Tokyo Coffee Nerd asking, do all the LEDs work on that vent?
I don't know. I actually haven't tried it out, but I guess I will. So when I send it to Olivia, if it doesn't, she won't yell at me.
Yeah, better to know.
I mean, I feel like she will she'll find a reason to anyways, but here's one less reason to, eh?
Olivia likes to yell.
Oh, it's only half of them work, everyone, so there you go. There you go. I can probably fix it if I look hard enough, to be perfectly honest, because they're layered, they're wired in a series, so it's either this one or this one that doesn't work. That's it. I don't know which way the series goes, but it's one or the other, right? So technically I just reflow those two, see which one goes, and then go along the way in case other ones don't work. I don't know if that's in the scope of my work. If she wants me to attempt it, I will. If she doesn't care about them, I won't. But I will if it's something that she asks for. Because that's just the nice guy I am. And I have extra RGB LEDs if I really needed to replace one.
I think we already know what she's going to ask for. Caviar and Wagyu. Foie gras, things of that nature. Right, there we go. Got my stabs lubed. Here's a little conundrum I'm in at the moment. I don't know what switches to use for the Salamander. And the conundrum gets worse. Because most, if not all of the switches that I currently own, I have less than enough to do a TKL's. So I'm a little unsure of what I want to do here. I think I have pretty much decided that at least the main 60% cluster of the Salamander is going to use kind of a hybrid linear that's lubed and made by Chris Swires. They have Zeal bottoms, cherry tops, cherry-picked vintage black stems, 65 gram springs, and lubed with 104. So these should be pretty darn nice as far as linears go. And then I also have some lubed and retooled Otemu Skies with the new clear stem. These actually feel pretty good as well. So do I want to go tactile or do I want to go linear? I think I'm going to make a straw poll for you guys. And whatever is not going to be on the main 60% cluster is probably going to get something like Greetech Blacks just for the meantime. What switch is on Salamander? How do you spell Salamander? Two.
So Tokyo Coffee Nerd is saying, Brian, I love you basically have a Switch tasting menu. And to expand on that, Brian, could you for the Switch tasting menu, could you tell us a little about the tone and the timbre of each Switch as they caress your fingers?
What? There you go. I'm gonna put a straw poll in the chat. Please vote now to decide my Switch destiny for the temporary Salamander. The Otemus are 80 grams, by the way, if anyone's curious. Linears are 65 grams. Either way, some other information. The plate I am using is PBT. Like PBT keycaps. Yes, that kind of PBT. That's the plate I'm using. It looks like the PCB is already band-aided too. Kind of interesting.
The Nathan Kim spec band-aids.
Yeah. I'll wait just a couple moments for some more votes to come in.
I feel like my desoldering iron is actually dying on me finally. Well, not like finally, because it kind of sucks that it is. Yeah, I feel like maintenance so much more nowadays. It's so weird. I don't know why. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so yes, straw poll in the chat right now. Make sure you fill it out. Choose my main switches for the Salamander, which is kind of like a purple going on right now. So I mean, neither of these switches are really going to look amazing on purple, I don't think. But you know, hey, whatever. Currently 19 votes in, 11 votes for the linears, 8 votes for the Sky Tack. Wow, it's actually a lot closer than I thought. I thought people would just only pick linear. I will give it, I don't know, 2 more minutes. What kind of switches are the Otemus? So they're the new sky housings with the new tactile clear stem. These have been retooled. By that I mean the bottom has been like drilled out to be wider. The bottom shaft, pole, whatever. So in theory, they're just better, smoother, have a different sound, and they've also been lubed by Heroin Bob himself. So both options are lubed.
So for people who may not know, Brian, a question to you, since you have those new retooled bottoms: does the bigger hole in the bottom increase the wobble any at all, or does it only decrease friction between the bottom pole and that pole housing part?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, or do we not know yet?
I'm going to say we don't know yet, because I haven't put them on a pole yet, and that'll give me a way better indication playing around with one of my fingers. So I will say it doesn't necessarily feel any wobblier than other switches, but that is to be determined. All right, go back to the poll. You got a couple seconds left. Looks like the linears are leading. All right. $14 votes to 10 votes. There we go. Thanks, guys. Looks like I'm going a linear route, which I guess probably makes more sense to begin with. Just for the sake of using the PBT plate, it should give me a little bit better of an idea of how that'll perform.
See, I kind of agree with Iridius here. You know, the fact that we have to kind of like retool them ourselves, it does put a damper on this one. I know like modding switches are very common in the community, but I feel like that's like out of the scope of normal modding that people have accepted, and I don't know whether or not it should be included in the scope of things people improve on.
Yeah, I suppose that is definitely a question worth thinking about. So this case is designed kind of in an interesting way. There are a total of 10 mounting screw points for the case, and 3 of them are under the weight screwed in also. So you have to undo the weight to get at the screws, which is kind of funky to me, but hey, sometimes things are just that way.
Yes, I'm super quiet again because I'm trying to keep my desoldering not.
Yeah, desoldering guns tend to be fairly loud, so that's why.
For some reason, I feel like it's way less suction than it used to have, and it's been like I have cleaned the chamber too.
Maybe that's where the FR300 is starting to show its value.
You mean the new FR301? Yeah, maybe. I might honestly have to look toward getting one of those with the Mount ID solder. Like, I'm using this multiple times a week, and I'm really putting this to its paces, to be honest.
Yeah, sure.
Oof, I feel like at this point I almost just need to get out the good old solder sucker, you know, like the good old the 2016 Huey.
Oof.
Second can confirm F-bar 301 is the bee's knees. Oof. Try putting some silicone dielectric grease on the end of the solder sucker. So like for a better seal, is that what you mean? Do you think it's not like fully sealed anymore? The rubber O-ring? That could be the issue too, if, you know, too much air is leaking out. Something has to be wrong, dude. I'm pretty sure of it.
How often do you clean the chamber?
A lot now. A lot more nowadays. Like, it's crazy. The gaskets on the side of the cartridge are getting dirty. Interesting. Well, I do have a new O-ring for the back of the cartridge. Like, I do have a replacement one. So that would probably help if it is also getting loose there, which I would believe. I'd very much so believe that. Yeah, I know. I'm a little quiet because I'm trying to desoldering and stuff. So the microphone, when I'm normally sitting and desoldering, is like over my shoulder. Right now, I should be speaking normally because I'm in front of it. Heads up.
Get the sucker. We need more suckers in this world. Wow.
Maybe
I think a lot of us would like a little bit more.
Maybe I should just try replacing that seal. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should just try replacing the seal now and like actually making this possibly a better experience for everyone?
Maybe.
It's like gloves, so I can work on it even though it's hot or warm. Upgrade experience or riots?
Well, we don't want a riot.
Right?
Right? Those usually aren't good.
This is my inner filter is actually getting pretty dirty now too. So I'll also replace that.
Replacing filters is kind of important.
Inner filter is supposed to last a long time though. Okay, let me get some gloves on. Let me look at this.
We're all supposed to last a long time here.
Live fast, die fast? Wait, what?
Yeah? KB Warriors, what's up, man? Don't worry about Huey, he's just dying. No big deal.
Dying at the speed of life. That'd be like such a bad book I could write.
Dying at the speed of light? Yeah, that would be.
Ooh, speaking of, oh man, there's like sometimes when you think about it, like it's so easy. There's so many opportunities, like just to write bad, trashy things all around you from like anything in the world. Like take keyboards. Like, want to write a trashy romance novel? Separated by 4 millimeters. A man and a woman, just a key press away.
Someone should write like keyboard fanfic.
Key press to your hearts. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Keyboard fanfic, or just like keyboard erotica would be really funny. Or just like fun keyboard comic. Maybe more of that kind of stuff.
That's tight.
Keyboard Rule 34. Keyboard fanfic would be about Top Class.
Hold on, I have my trash bag on.
Boy, what's that do put on this? Yeesh, I am really unprepared to build this KL.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I certainly am.
Quakeums and the rubber domes.
Ah.
I'm gonna place the inner filter. Screw it.
Be right back.
Oof. What up, Piney? Look, this air filter's been through a lot. Hey, the Bizzle King, thank you. Oh my goodness, 12 months in a row. You hit that 1 year mark for subs. Thanks so much to Bizzle King. Brian, has anyone else did 12 months in a row, 1 year of subs? I think the Bizzle King might be the first one to actually all 12 months in a row for subs.
Huh.
Yeah, right?
I don't know,
like
actually.
We would have brought it up, you know, for sure. So thank you so much to Bizzle King for that 1 year in a row of Twitch. Of just tier 1 subs in general, actually. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the support. We got that 2-year anniversary coming out pretty soon. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm cleaning out the stuff. So, thanks, buddy.
Heck yeah. And not just kinda soon, but really soon, 2-year giveaway stuff. Camera, why do you do this?
So maybe I should do this. So if you guys don't know, like on Amazon and on eBay for the ZD915 and 985, there's actually full replacement kits where I have an extra a new spring, a new glass tube, a new front gaskets, a new front grommets, rubber grommets, new rear rubber O-ring, and even 2 metal things in the back, which I guess I can just double up. So should I just like do a full replacement of like old to new to old? Because this is a new tube, this is old tube.
Is that kind of like YouTube?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I just do it like I could just do a new I mean like even like look at like, you know, a new spring and old spring. Probably can even tell the differences between the springs. Lube the gaskets. Lube the old gaskets or noob gaskets. So here's the old rear rubber O-ring, and here's the new one. Look at that color. It's like yellowed ABS AEK2 and like GMK pristine. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're...
So I could just do like a complete just new swap. I think that might just be best. And if like it's not even like good to go, if you replace the other filter in the pump, I'm about to replace the other filter in the pump. I have filter replacements as well somewhere. I did. Where'd my filter replacements go actually? Here's the filter replacements for small and big. That's what flux does to your lungs. Oof. Nice. Okay, these are the small filters. Where are my big filters? Where are my big boy filters?
Big boy filters? Who needs that?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know where my big filter went. Uh-oh.
Oh, Huey lost his big boy filters.
Well, I'm just gonna use styrofoam then. Yeah, so I'm just gonna replace. I'm just do a full replace. You guys will be here for this. So there's another rubber grommet in the inside here that I need to change out. So let me just poke that out. Can you show me the O-ring goes? I can definitely show you where the O-ring goes. So here's first, if you take it apart, there's this rubber grommet here on the inside. Let's take this one out. So pop that out. Cool. That's still pretty warm. That's the first big boy that we're going to change out to a nice new one here. Perfect, perfect. Next, instead of this old yellowy one, we're going to take this one here, and I want the flatter side to be toward the inside here. That's going to fit on the back just right here. Nice and around town. You know what I'm saying? I hope you are aware of the things I am saying. And I'm actually going to... I'm going to sandwich these. I'm going to sandwich the filter between two of these silver ones now. So hopefully that's going to do a bit better. Here's the old spring. I'm gonna try to clean all the old stuff out. So it goes like this. I'm gonna do it in like that. My gun is a bit different. Interesting. Bam. See? So it's good to go. And you know what? I'm just gonna make sure it stays cocked back. Oops. Nope. Come on. Oh, you have the ZD987. Okay, I have the 915. The 915, 985 are in the same family. The 987 is a different family. I'm gonna fit her in like this. Seal her up, and I mean, let's... Oh, wait. Big filter. Still need to deal with the big filter. What happened to my replacement big filters, though? I don't want to just use a small filter, do I? No. I don't think so. Would crumpled up styrofoam be sufficient, everyone? I'm gonna say yes, actually. You know what? If you're from from health and public safety, I'm not in your country, so. This is gonna be my new big filter until I get the actual real placement. Sorry. Sorry if you care about the environment a bit more than I do. It's actually never going to damage the environment. It's going to damage my ZD915 in ways I don't actually know or can comprehend. There's also another O-ring inside as well. Yes.
This plate is so flexible. It's very interesting to be putting switches in it.
Tell me more, Brian.
I feel like it needs like bump-ons between the plate and the PCB. I'm just gonna have to figure out a way I can do this without having it be like any kind of issue.
I'm just gonna give it a shot. Turn it on. See if it warms up all right. See everything's, good to go, hunky dory. I'm gonna keep all the stuff to clean up. because maybe I have a shot, you know? Maybe. Maybe I should use a replacement tip, actually. For my, if I'm gonna do a full swap, I'll do a full swap. I'll put a new desoldering tip as well. Hey, why not? You know?
You know? You know.
The gloves back on, which are now stained a greenish color.
Could use some more music.
Yes, we could. And how about right meow?
That's a good time for it.
Hot. Okay, this stuff is still hot. Bam, look at me. Just a pro, guys.
UI.
Kurt Tractor's asking, how easy/hard is it to get switches into the PVT plate, Brian?
Very hard. Ridiculously difficult. I mean, it has so much flex that as soon as you push down on it, like there's not enough force for the plate to come back up, like clip into the switch basically. So I'm kind of just using a little flathead here to convince it a little bit more, if you will.
Oof,
I think once I get more in, it'll be a little bit easier. But these starting switches are for sure a pain.
Giving it a little bit of that kneecap motivation.
Yeah.
My show, welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I can take these gloves off now. Oof, Brian, have you seen my last VOD yet?
I don't think I have.
You missed out. I bled for keyboards.
Wow, really? Nice.
Yeah, I took a switch out and the switch pin stabbed me in my thumb and stuck in my thumb. Like I could put my thumb upside down and the switch would hang on.
Oh,
because it stabbed in me.
Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty metal. I'm not just talking about because this pin is metal, but like, you know, like radical. A radical Randy would have approved. Actually, Randy Savage would have probably approved. And Macho Man Randy.
Macho Man Randy. Okay. Yeah, this is probably the hardest plate I've ever worked with for a keyboard.
Ooh, Radical Randy is in chat.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god, everything's so much better, guys. So I did need to switch things out. So I'm guessing it's the seal in the back gave out from a long time.
There has got to be a better way to do this plate. Let's see if I have any bump-ons.
Okay, this is going a lot better. Even like I think the tip was a big deal now as well. I think the tip actually wasn't transferring enough heat anymore. I think that honestly, I think the tip at the end was just completely worn out. Yeah, it sounds so much different. Okay, now it sounds clogged again. What the heck? What is clogging it? I know it's clogging it. I know it's clogging it this time.
Oh.
The big filter replacement. I was gonna go no big filter replacement for now. and just yeah. How many boards do you think you need to desolder to make it worth investing in a desoldering gun? Depends how much you have to spend, to be honest. Like, I should have got this a lot longer. I went 2.5, almost 3 years before getting this, and like I should have got this way sooner. How many boards has this sucker gone through before that switcheroo? Oof, like 2 or 3 dozen, easily. Okay, that's not the what's happening. When I push this trigger, the machine like loses suction completely. So there's like a complete lack of airflow going through. Confusing? Yes. Explainable? I don't know. Let me just heat this end up. I'm gonna heat the end up and then I'm gonna poke it through. Don't measure in boards, but hours saved. Days and days saved, to be honest. At this point.
Days and days saved. True.
So you can't even see the clog on the other side. Okay, the gloves are coming back on. Okay, I can't fix it one more time. I don't want to take too long, so I'm just going to get my old sucker out.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Remember, guys, Blue and True here. You guys have seen this for, if you guys have been watching me for a while, or maybe seen a lot of my old content. This is my bee's knees, okay? This has got me through so much thick and so much thin. Lube, that is, not lube, solder, that is. It was a solid A+ option. Where did my super gloves go? Honey, where is my super suit?
Where is my super suit?
Really, I was like, I have my gloves, I finished this, I threw them. Well, where did I throw them? I threw them in the trash. Because I'm not gonna do this gloveless, am I? I care about my fingers too much, gonna burn.
This plate really needs to be 3mm, not 1.5. Which is life.
Oh! Things spilling on my lap, including solder, which is at least not molten hot. Oh, I found the problem, everyone. The problem has been solved. There's the problem. Let's see if I can just grab some pliers and just fish around. Ow! Okay, that is hot.
So it was clogged.
Okay, I can fix it now. Heat up myself. I don't want to get another tool out on my already super crowded desk, okay? I'm just gonna do this idiotically, okay? Don't worry about it.
Oof. Top class special.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I got this. See, I'm just gonna heat up the end of this piece of metal. I'm just gonna ram it through.
Wow.
So it looks like there's that's the cold spot in this equation, which is an issue. I use pliers to inch it in. My pliers are like pretty bulky. Maybe if I use some of these, some of this. There we go.
Huh.
There we go. Got it out. Pretty sizable chunk too. Done. Let's put her back together. Let's do her up properly now, like she deserves. Just save up and get a Hako. Yeah, I might just have to get a Hako now. I might just have to ask a sponsor, like, hey, would you like to sponsor one of the best keyboard chores in the world by improving their quality and helping them get a FR301 desoldering station? With your help of one payment,
a top clock near you.
With your help of a payment of $250, you can help a struggling keyboard builder.
A struggling top clackist.
You can help a struggling top clackist for only the low price of $250. Would you ever want to see a top clackist do this again? Okay, sorry guys for like a million delays. Oh.
It's okay, it's taking me forever to put these switches in because of this plate.
Maybe I really should just get after the stream grind, just buy the FR301.
Yeah, man. YOLO, right?
Best equipment for the best builders, quote unquote best builders. Let's be generous here.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed. Okay, I just want to show you guys some complaints I have about this PCB. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in to this next one I'm about to do. Right here. Okay, I'm so you guys see how close that diode is to that pin. Okay, right underneath that SMD RGB. Okay, tell me, when you first started soldering, do you think how easy would it be for you to solder that pin and not accidentally just get a little bit, even a little bit bridging to that diode right there? Right there. Okay, I don't know if I can even show you guys this like accurately on the camera. Like, I'm gonna have to bring it up. Okay, hold on. The key right above the X. Okay, there's that pin and there's that diode. When you first started, you know, would you be a bit worried working on that pin next to that diode? Like, that's not easy for a lot of people. Heck, even the side of my desoldering gun is gonna touch that for a moment. Yeah, like Anarok said, even for the heavy-handed people, this ain't easy. This ain't easy. So, you know, sometimes with these PCBs, you know, they make it easier for the designer than the person using it, which isn't always great. But it's just things you have to keep in mind with certain PCBs. I don't think it's an issue most people have with PCBs these days, which is very convenient. But it's always something you want to keep out for when you're looking for a PCB you're not used to. Those diodes not come SMD. No, they did come like this. They came like this. But of course, you have to do the through-hole soldering right next to it, which is a scary part for a lot of people who may be newer. So I was able to get it clean there.
If I don't ever work with a PBT plate again, it'll be too soon.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, this is a struggle I kind of encountered before, but never to this degree.
It's like one of the struggles like I go through.
How do I... Prying it up like isn't really working anymore either. Oh wait, that helped. This is quite something.
That is correct, Iridius. When you're in tight spaces like that, always good to put the heat on the opposite side. Director's asking, Brian, would putting the switches in the plate first, then trying to push the switches into the PBT have been an option?
You know, I thought about that, and to be honest, I'm not really sure. It would have been really hard. I'm not sure that would have worked very well. Just the problem with this plate is, unlike most other non-metal plates, like plastic plates, they're usually at least 3 millimeters. This one is still 1.5, so it has so much flex, and it feels so weak. So like whenever you put a switch in, it just kind of makes an impression like all around where the switch was put in, and like I've been half-assedly trying to pry like up the surrounding area back with this. It kind of works, but I'm gonna have to go back and make some adjustments, I think. Some of them seem to go in pretty easily and snap in, but others require substantially more effort. Yeah, that's something a lot of people take for granted with metal plates, man. You don't have to worry about any kind of flex. So, like, you just put the switch in and it goes in and it stays in, and there's no issues. Here, that is definitely not the case. We're making progress, though. We're getting there. Bottom row is actually going in really easily.
Tokyo Coffee Nerd is asking, Brian, are you worried about the screw holes breaking on the PCB?
The screw holes breaking on the PCB? The PCB or the plate? I don't think so.
On the PBT. Sorry, on the PBT. I don't know.
Oh, PBT. Okay. Yeah. So the plate. I am not, only because this has been built before. So it seems to have made it through one build already, totally fine. It should be able to make it through this one. I mean, it was fully put together, and I took it apart, and everything still seems to be okay. The screws go through both the top, the bottom, and the plate all together. Seems to be a nice, tidy little kind of package. So no, I'm not too worried about it. Be okay.
Anyone on the YouTubes been asking any Questorinos?
Last time I looked, no, but I will go ahead and look again. Olivia's on the YouTubes, apparently.
Might be easier on her data because on YouTube you can set anyone can set the quality, where on, you know, for Twitch they are stuck with whatever quality I choose to export at, unless we're a partner, in which they can choose different different video quality options.
Fair enough. She was asking what she missed. Huey's been messing with his soldering gun, trying to make it better. I've been having the world's greatest struggle against this PBT plate. Pretty much all you've missed so far.
If you're still listening, Olivia, I'm pretty much dead set on getting the FR301 now.
NGB is asking, that plate softer than polycarb? I think so. I don't know if it's softer. It's thinner, because the only other polycarb plate I have, I think, is 3mm. And I recall it being way easier to work with than this one. This is basically a nightmare. So hopefully the payoff is worth the excessive amount of effort I'm putting into just putting this in this plate. I'm making progress, though. I'm gonna have to take a couple switches back out and fix some things, I think. But you know, we're not too far away.
Jansen, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful night yourself, a wonderful day yourself.
Take it easy, my friend.
Thanks for joining us, Tokyo Coffee Nerd. Hope you enjoy your lunch. For everyone around, actually, I have a question. Would you guys be interested
Later, Alvin.
in a Sorbothane group buy?
Sorbothane group?
Yeah, Sorbothane group buy. Where you could buy a sheet of Sorbothane for cheaper than prices on Amazon for the same 6x12 sheet, 0.1 inches for thickness, and 2, a possibility of having a Sorbothane quote-unquote plate, where it was a 60% Sorbothane sheet, but it was already cut out for the switches, so you can put that between your PCB and your plate. So I'm gonna get quotes for that.
Interesting.
And it's funny, Nebula. It's funny that you bring that up, Nebula. When I asked that earlier today, I think most people told me they'd prefer I kept the same size so they could cut it themselves, because for the larger size, you can use it to cut for a 75%, 65%, 60%, and then if you use the scraps and rearrange them, it would technically work with a TKL. Silver Thane, mid plate, and top clack plate, you'd be down. Actually, that'd be really cool to try, and really easy to try.
That'd be really interesting. Sorry, I'm not quite as chatty at the moment, guys. This plate is something else, man.
Same, but this gun is like dying on me.
Might have to go back to using your hand, huh? Hand.
Yeah.
Focus, Brian is focused. Yeah, man, that's like the truth. I think I got the 60% cluster down pretty well. Just need a few more adjustments here.
I'm excited for, Brian.
What are you excited for, Huey?
We gotta start getting ready for that lineup for year 3 guests.
Oof. Top Clack always staying busy.
Because as you all know, next episode's gonna be the 2-year anniversary. We will not have a guest because we're gonna have an extended episode where we'll be going over all sorts of awesome raffles and competition stuff, as well as the normal news and possibly some other cool discussion points and community this and that and whatnot. So it's gonna be a fun one to check out this Thursday.
It's gonna be awesome. We'll be announcing all the winners for all the contests, raffles and stuff. It's gonna be a good time. Good time will be had by all, and even more so by the winners. More than likely. Alright, how many more of these do I have left? Dude. Arrows with these as well.
Two more switches, hopefully.
I believe.
See, as much as I'd love to have Kairos-san on Top Clack, it's really hard because of his schedule and our schedule.
Yeah, there's a pretty serious time difference there. However, I will be trying to get Kairos-san do an interview with me for my new series, where time constraints are a lot less of a thing, because I'm always up at very odd hours and can do that kind of thing. So I will definitely be trying to do that.
That's going to be a cool thing as a teaser. When are you going to be trying that, Brian? Well, I think a lot of people are going to be pretty pumped up.
Actually,
about that.
it should be very soon. I've been waiting on Leandrin, who is my first confirmed guest, to get back to me, and I guess he recently rebuilt his PC or something, and he was still away from the community for a little bit, and it took him like 2 weeks to reply to me. But he finally replied today, so hopefully he's going to get back to me very soon with the time that he is available, and we can start from there.
Time to start taking out these switches. First two came out really, really easily, which is really good. Bend the legs of this icy puller in a little bit. Looks like this icy puller is going to be a little too big to grab the top row, so I have to do another tool to grab those. That's not going to be a biggie. These ones are coming out pretty easily. So far so good. Yeah, I agree, Gert Tractor. You know, it would be a great interview, to be honest, because yeah, we go into the hobby much differently than he does, but all of us really, care about the hobby in our own way, which is like a great thing when you consider, how many facets of the hobby are truly open for people to love and enjoy.
I just push him out from the dingus end. Gotta respect that dingus.
Looks like a few of these switches are gonna have some stubborn sockets we'll have to go back to, and the reason these have sockets are these are Bison Browns, which Olivia has given me permission to as my salvage loot. I guess that's something.
Worse. Really trying not to break this plate.
Send Castle to Chores. Ooh, I'd love to send one to him when we finally can get around to those.
Send what?
Chores a castle.
Ooh.
Giant board that Brandon and I worked on. Fortunately, that castle is going to take a long time because they want to finish up with the Kira and possibly the retype before they get to the castle. And the castle, to be honest with everyone here, I'd say the last stream, but it's most likely going to be like an exclusive, like, if we make it out of aluminum, we're going to make like 5 or 10 units for like people we know who want them. Because they're going to be expensive, big, heavy. And Brandon keeps being like, oh, it's going to be expensive to ship. I'm like, dude, it's going to be expensive to make. It's going to be like 10 of us who want it. So
it's going to be expensive for everyone.
Make it like super exclusive and cool. I'd consider having mine be sent around for reviewers and stuff, just for funsies.
Heck, yes.
What switches would you put in the castle? I don't know. Thick click navies? Box Royals? Duh?
Hmm. Kind of like the idea of a clicky switch in there.
It has a solenoid, so you technically
true.
don't even need it.
That keyboard is so goofy, dude. Wow. Solenoid, battlements. If only it kept the whiskey holder. the one true reason I wanted the board.
We could have Geo 3D print an attachment on it.
Oh. Thankfully, all these outside switches, like around the outer edges, going in so much easier.
That's good.
Good. It was that inner core of alphanumerics that was just plain awful. Truly, truly awful. Royals in the castle does make sense. Tractor, yeah. Fitting a bit of a theme there. I've been building this board for almost an hour and a half, and I haven't even got to soldering yet.
Same.
This is nuts.
I've been tweaking my desoldering station for most of it.
This is probably the longest it's ever taken me to put switches into a plate.
What caps for the castle? It's gonna be like probably gonna make our own caps for it.
SA royalty, duh.
I mean, I can talk. We can talk to plenty of Chinese manufacturers who can do like a run of 10, like XDA keycaps with, actual, the correct legends on the modifiers with their weird sizes and stuff for us.
Guys, I think I have officially conquered this plate.
You came, you saw, you mounted, you conquered.
Yeah, well, usually it just stops after the I came. Just kidding. Where am I? If anybody's wondering, I'm kind of... The main 60% cluster, the escape key, and the arrow keys are all of these awesome tuned hybrid linears that I got from Chris Squires himself. The navigation cluster and the F keys are all just refilled black stock.
Well,
I'm not even using keys anyways, so it's kind of irrelevant.
I literally just broke my desoldering gun.
No, you didn't, did you?
Look at the stream, buddy.
Alright, hold on. Looking now. Wow. Wow. Is that not fixed? Like, did it actually break? I don't know how the construction of that one.
I do see plastic bits that sheared. So, I mean, to a degree it broke, yeah.
Here we go. Should have got the Hako. Should have got the Hako.
This did a lot of work.
That did do at least $100.
I won't deny, for the price I got it at, I got equivalent amount of time saved. So, not the worst. It could have been. Not the best either. Solder it back together.
Solder the plastic.
Oh, where are my gloves, though? Like, where did I actually put the gloves I was using? Just grab a sip of drink.
I have a lack of alcohol next to me at the moment.
Same. But
I'd fix that, but I'm not too far away from finishing this board. So. Go to ham here.
No, really, I really don't know what, which makes no sense.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and check, make sure all these pins are poking through and there's no issues going on.
Kicking it old school, boys. Grabbing the solder, grabbing this, yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit bummed that it broke, and not because, like, oh, the socks are broke, it's cheap, it got ripped. No. I got my actual, like, I got my time out of it, I got my use out of it. I'm just upset because, like, I went through a great adventure with it, and now, like, it just can't go on anymore. It's like, I'm sorry, Huey, but I can't keep up. You gotta keep trucking along, buddy. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're too much of a beast. You gotta go on without me.
ZD 915. My heart will go on.
And on.
Out of warranty? I don't know if it even has warranty. I'll check. Some sort of warranty, but we'll see. I can check. Bury it in my yard. Oof.
Bury me with my money. Alright. All my Switch is looking good. I can actually get to soldering. Holy crap.
Well, I got the good old Huey classic. Heating up super fast.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's nice weight though. I'm just poking through like extra pins that stayed on the PCB with the solder.
Alright, heat up the old soldering gun arena.
You know, the funniest thing was, I was actually like, I actually finished the script for my, my gear video of me like explaining all my like keyboard gear and the keyboard stuff.
Yeah.
Which like, now I have to rewrite the part about my desoldering station.
Olivia says she purchased the FR301 today.
Olivia, can you buy me one too, please?
Wow, dude. Thirsty. Alright, patented shirt over mouth technique here. Live.
Okay, well, those should be desoldered. I just couldn't get the other ones out because my tool couldn't fit. Cause oh yeah, cause I'm Huey.
That's how I doubt that's the reason.
I don't know, man. I just work here.
Sure.
Probably open up YouTube chat as well. I think I have extra monitor real estate. Oof. Oh, Amazon.com. FR301. Still on sale for $265. I'm guessing this is one you got, Olivia, for free shipping. Add to cart.
It's worth it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. It's like a end of an era. Buy the 1.6 mil nozzle. Comes with 1 mil nozzle. I will keep that in mind.
Yes, yes. No, that's a tip you have to listen to.
Okay.
I use the 1.6 and it works so much better for MX stock nozzle. It's like another $20, unfortunately, but
what
it is.
Ever. Ooh, a holder with a tip cleaner. No, okay, so I need to look up what.
Oh yeah, the 633
FR301 1.6. Yes, I will have a funeral for it. New Hako desoldering nozzle. I like how there's no pick. It was $40. What? Hako.
What?
Yeah, they raised the price for the new ones.
I got mine off eBay. $21
Okay,
shipped.
I'll check the eBays. Oh my god.
Yeah, $40 for that tip is a little extreme.
Is it the new one though? Because you have the old 300. This is the 301.
True, yeah.
But I mean that's not.
True. I wonder what the difference is.
I think they made some difference. Better. I don't know, some minor like heat stuff, but like it's technically minor, but it is a full refresh. Buy them off T-Equipment. 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 Okay, I'll do that. If I can get this station, I mean the gun off there cheaper too, that'd be cool.
Yeah, might be worth checking around.
Equipment.net. I'm just gonna look up FR301. $265 free shipping, so it's the same price as Amazon. Yeah, same price, exactly the same price. 75. Actually, they're probably the seller. Yeah, shipped to Amazon one says shipped from T-Equipment. Duh. Oh, here I get the kit number 1. Wait, the kit number 1 is expensive because it has 4 tips. I don't need 4 tips. I only need the 1.6, right? Iridius is the 1.6.
Yeah, I
can actually need. I don't actually need any of the other tips.
After the stream, actually, I can bust mine out and give you like the exact part number if you want.
It's the N61 dash. I'm really good at this. Dash 10. N61 dash 10.
It's whatever the largest tip they offer.
Dash 10 is that one. N61 dash 10. Oh, I'm so good. So good, I freaking destroy my old desolder. $17.97, so I save $23 on T-Equipment.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I will use T-Equipment. Thanks. Do I get a holder for this, guys?
You should, yeah. The 633.
633-01 for 2617. Holds
Yeah, I got
many
one of those.
different
Totally
types
worth it.
of soldering irons. Has a non-skid base. Didn't you buy a new switch puller? Yeah, this thing, but it's too big for the guys up top here. That's why I got the good old ring out. Okay. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, this PCB is kind of garbage. So I think it's only been through one desoldering so far. That wasn't me, and like a lot of the pads are already like borderline gone.
Korean Customs and bad PCBs. Name a more iconic duo.
I'll wait. You know, Nathan was like, he specifically told me like multiple times that he didn't care if I ruined this PCB because he's replacing it with like one of the the Wiku PCBs or something. And I was like, I have never destroyed a PCB, and I don't plan to start now.
I'm known as a PCB stress tester. If a PCB can survive me, you know it's a good PCB. Okay, so I got the plate separated from the PCB, surprisingly. The last 4 just like came off for free. Actually, a good weight. It's a good weight. So I'm just gonna undo that 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still gonna finish. I'm not done yet. Can't mount switches yet because I still have some pins I need to take off of this PCB so I can put the new switches on. If you know what I'm saying. Some of them I can push through with my finger. Some of them I will need to warm up an iron and push them through the iron. Iridius, thank you so much for joining. I will getting the N61-10 and the holder. You know, everything is just in my cart right now. I wonder if I can check out with PayPal, because
PCB, Nathan.
That top clack monies. Thank God we can't use top clack PayPal credit.
Mine's already maxed out, man.
Don't take Amazon. It's not Amazon I'm getting these on. I'm getting on tequipment.net, an Interworld Highway LLC company in the USA, according to the websites.
Does PCB even work, Nathan? Am I soldering it switches to a PCB that's not going to work?
Probably didn't test it after you desoldered it, so who knows?
Guess we'll find out. How much was this little iron? This is the TS100. I think it's what, like $60, $70, $80?
80? 60? 60.
Yep, I think it's what I paid for mine.
Nathan says it does work. He can confirm.
All right. Well, I guess if it doesn't work, then it's my fault.
It's okay, Brian. We'd blame you anyways.
Rightly so.
You know, metal is a good conductor of heat. It's a fun fact I'd like to tell everyone here today.
Burn yourself?
No. Ah. Or the good old blue suck here.
I almost want to break this PCB intentionally, Nathan, because it's so bad.
I mean... Last pin out, and then I can actually put on the new stabilizers because Olivia did get some Zeal stabilizers for me to use for her build, which I'll be doing so.
Nice.
Okay, that's all the pins out. Nope, 2 more pins. Almost all the pins out. Brian, your camera died.
No way. Really?
Hey.
Come on, man. I'm almost done soldering, so I will fix that momentarily.
Do you have a spare battery you can throw it in, or?
You know, I do, but the problem is, and I can actually test this right now. The spare batteries that I got, like those knockoff ones, like do not work for me for whatever reason.
For me, it actually works better than
a full charge. Like I put it in and it's like already almost dead.
Oof.
So let me double check and make sure, because I have one that's in the wall charging right now. So hopefully that'll be good. So give me a moment.
Hey, Olivia's back in 1080p. Before that, her life was my guess is 360. Love the stream, everything breaking. Welcome to Top Clack. Pretty sure Olivia was like, I'm gonna buy an Exent from a guy who used Beast on Browns to build it, just to make this difficult for Huey.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna swap the battery and see what happens.
There we
Wish
go.
me luck to everyone.
480. Okay, Timo wasn't that bad. Okay, I am done with that part. Let me take off the old stabilizers and get ready for the new ones. I will need this 2.8 later, so I'm gonna leave it out. But these are M2 screws, so I'm gonna be getting a Phillips head out. Fun fact for these M2 screws. So I don't know if this is meant to be. I don't think I need to use washers. Olivia, do you want me to use washers? I will if you want me to. I have 1,600 washers.
That's a lot of washers. This battery seems to have a full charge, so maybe this will go somewhere.
Do you think you can the LEDs too? Yes, I can the LEDs for you. Yes, I will use washers for you as well.
Let me get back to this PCB. I'm almost done with soldering.
So I found online, maybe instead of washers in the future, I'm gonna try it out. But nylon screws, nylon M2 screws. So. Only bad thing with nylon screws is it's easier to strip. But of course you shouldn't be over tightening screws for your stabilizers anyways. I'm also researching, just because the bling factor, absolute bling factor, getting carbon fiber wash. Oh my god. Carbon fiber washers. I'll show you guys the lube this guy put on. I don't know who this is, so because I don't know, I can't like publicly shame him or her. Only Olivia does, because Olivia bought it off the person. But like, this lube, nowhere near like the wire. It's like on the outside bottom lip of the black part outside.
Whoa!
Like that's just a dab.
That is weird.
It's just missed.
Why would you move there?
No, they just like straight up missed. It's not like they moved the stab. That piece of that bit of lube isn't being affected by the movements of the wire. Like, yeah, so that's awkward. Oh, they also didn't clip the stabilizers either, so that's also a thing.
Can someone tell them it's 2018?
It's 2018. Why aren't you clipping your stabs?
Nathan, do you have any idea what this PCB is programmed with? Yeah, that could be helpful.
He has no idea.
No idea. Didn't bother reprogramming it.
You're on your
Yeah,
own,
I guess
buddy.
if it supports all the basic stuff, it's probably okay for me.
He didn't bother reprogramming it. I mean, it probably works enough.
Yeah, like I don't need any kind of special functionality.
You
for
just
most
need
of
a right hand shift.
my... Right.
Yeah,
That is right.
That's what you're about.
Open up. What?
The TKL keys should work. Man, Nathan, 20 minutes ago, he was like, of course, yeah, if the whole thing works, I guarantee it. It's like, they should work.
And before the board just explodes.
A start-to-finish custom keyboard kit build guide from Top Guy would be pretty useful for people getting into the hobby. Okay, I'll make one next. My next build. I will turn that into a well, that's the thing, right? Like, I can easily make that video. I've been planning to. I have tons of scripts for it. But every time I have something in, people are like, "Can you stream it instead?" And I'm like, "Okay, okay."
All right, we are all good except for the tilde key, but I kind of thought that might be the case because I can actually focus on this. Right there. Let me use my fat ass fingers aren't in the way. Right there. Looks like when it was desoldered before, there might have been a trace lifted right there because like there's no contact at all. So I'll probably just jump it, but yeah, just know that I swear that's not my fault, Nathan.
I am
Not that you can,
90% sure right now what is the problem with the LEDs, because I can also see that whoever owned this last tried to fix it, but did not do so. I see what they tried, and I also see like the small thing that they missed. So hopefully, it's just this, and I can just continue the series. But
I didn't kill anything. It was like that before.
Brian, the PCB murderer. I can't let Brian take my title.
There's just like there's no pad there. Like there was a pad at one point, I think, and then it just wasn't. I'm not even sure why I put solder on that port. When I first saw it, I was like, "That's not going to work." But I don't use the tilde key anyways, so or not the tilde, but the pipe. Sorry, I don't use the pipe key ever. So I'm probably not even gonna jump that right now because I just shit. Brian, the PC murderer. Yep, I murder all the PCBs, man. Can't get enough of it. It's like a hobby at this point. I'm like, oh, I have to kill this.
Every time Brian sees a PCB, Brian's just like, "Hello, PCB. Would you like to play a game?"
Yeah, it just goes like straight. Oh crap! I need to refill. It's like Saw.
I'm gonna keep moving my thing right here, so I can constantly. What is Exent programmed on? Yeah, no program. It's on the thing. The boot mapper clients. I know so. Come hit the download button, I see the whole thing pop up, right? Because that's what I am about.
Trust me, Nathan. If you want me to kill this PCB, I'll kill this PCB.
Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Definitely, that's a pretty easy number. I'm just too lazy to cut wire right now. A bunch of like crap inside this case. It's like you were doing something resembling all-purpose flour in here, Nathan. It's just like white powdery stuff like everywhere. It's very interesting.
Brian's into
the PCB flakes off. You know, I actually believe that. Oh, the PBT for the plate. Okay, I'd much more. Me honestly. What's the top clack? I don't even know, man. PBT flakes. It's kind of like cornflakes.
Brian, that would have actually been a really good trivia question.
What is a top clack?
Where did the name Top Clack come from, or why was the name Top Clack chosen?
No, that's too obvious.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think people would overthink it.
I think most people in chat could answer that.
Oh, there. Everyone at chat all at once.
Remsky actually brings up an interesting point. Says, I mean, your plate won't flex more than your PCB, so I don't see the point of a PBT plate. Interesting view on that, actually. You're not necessarily wrong. I wonder if it's just more for the sound. Obviously, it's not providing like a whole lot of rigidity here.
Sorry, my head's getting in the way. Gotta double check, make sure I'm working on this LED. These LEDs are. I might have to revisit these LEDs to be honest, because these are pretty tough with my current equipment.
I think the plate will flex more than the PCB, just because at least this particular plate is way more flexible than the PCB. But also, it's because the mounting points are on the plate, not the PCB, right? So like you're not flexing the plate at all.
Okay, right, Cola. I am trying to fix these rugabuzz, which could be quite a challenge, actually.
Were they dead?
One or two of them. Who is actually streaming? What do you mean?
Huey is
Who is the stream technician?
actually streaming.
I am the stream technician.
Yes. Assuming that was the question.
You can't hear me at all.
Really?
Well, theory, it's different for you.
Yeah, I
do it on the ones and twos. Rip LEDs. Yeah, Olivia, these might be, for now, they might be dead. I'm confident if you give me enough time, I can fix them, but I think I want to get to your switches first, if I had to be perfectly honest with you. Actually, I was called Hubert in school a lot.
Were you?
I was. The two most common names for me in school, other than Huey, were Hubert and H-Dog.
H-Dog. Wow, that's awful. Really, really awful.
So, like I said, I do have, a batch of new, lead. So if these did get burnt, one of those two N ones, I can replace them fresh, funky fresh. So, Heine's asking, what were your nicknames, Brian?
My nicknames?
Yeah.
I didn't really have any, unfortunately. I mean, like 1 or 2 people called me like Bry. I've gotten B-Rye before. I think that's
all those
about
are, like,
it.
just ironic in passing.
I'm gonna empty the water container on my dehumidifier. I'll be right back.
Okay. All those names.
Otherwise,
like,
it's gonna get way too warm in here.
Ironic in passing kind of name, like, hey, be right. But then they just call him Brian, like IRL normally, like people. Who knows though? But I have some switches. But let's get to these stabilizers first that I got, which are some of these wrapped ones here from Mr. Zeal himself. If I can open this just open everything on the desk and have a hole in the bag, because that's just how I roll. You know it, baby. Yeah. So one 6.25 and the other 2 U's. Sounds good. So.
All right, I'm gonna be putting some caps on here.
Let me get some. Olivia, do you want these stabilizers lubed? I'm gonna guess yes, but some people like Zeal stabs just as they are.
That angle's a little bit better.
Yea, nay, what dost thou, keyboard maiden, say?
Even though it might not look that great, I'm going to use Hyperfuse Redux on this board. I don't think it could be that bad. Right? Right? Did we lose Huey?
No, I'm just getting stuff.
Huey do the dying. Hyperfuse Redux might not go that well with this purple, but hey, you know, this is like the only key set I have to spare at the moment that's not already on a board, and I don't think I have a whole lot else that's really well with this.
Hey man, you know what they say about the haters.
Do they?
Yeah. They say haters gonna hate. You just gotta shake it off. Shake.
What about the players?
Well, I believe the players, if I can remember the words correctly, they are going to play. Players gonna play. I believe that is the common lexicon used today in this time period. I may be incorrect. I'll have to reference the database. Database. Oh god.
Cybersand says beer bong Brian. I don't think I've ever actually done a beer bong.
I don't think
that would probably not be a very good beer. It probably wouldn't be a very good name for.
I don't think you've ever truly lived then, Brian.
I've shotgunned beers, but I've never done the bong.
I kid.
I'm not
totally
17 anymore.
Well, if you shopped at the right places, you could be Forever 21.
Oh, wow, buddy.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I can make outdated references too.
Dab on those haters.
Yeah,
well.
Can't handle my Pog collection.
Oh man, did you play Pogs?
No, I'm not that old.
Oh, am I that much older than you? Wait, how old are you? You're 25?
Yeah, I turned 26 this year. I'm not that old. Pogs were like literally a couple years before my time.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I am about 4 years older than you, so that would make sense. I played Pogs.
Did people like your Alf Pogs?
I don't know if I had Alf Pogs. I had a lot of Power Ranger Pogs.
Millhouse would be disappointed. He was all about those Alf Pogs. Okay, Olivia's not here anymore, so I guess I'm just gonna lube the stabs without her permission.
So, no, I'm sure she won't like that.
She's just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Oh, she is here. Olivia, do you want me to lube your stabs? These are Zeal stabs. Some people don't care if these are lubed. Some people care if they are. This is actually a somewhat valid question. I'm 99% sure you know the answer. How am I ignoring? Are you talking to me on other places than this? Because if you are, I'm not getting it.
Invidious in the other chat is asking or saying that I should get a damn power adapter for my camera already. I agree.
Yeah, you should. I have one. That's how my camera goes. It's actually really funny because for the longest time I didn't get one because one of the main review issues with our camera, maybe it was just a first gen and ours isn't affected, but apparently the early reviews for this camera said there was overheating problems, which is what Nathan originally went through. Funny enough, but I never had that issue. And then because I never had the issue and I knew I could at least last the hour and a half of my battery, I'm like, well, might as well get that, you know, see how long I can stream, and then I could just kind of like, you know, run it up Buttercup.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna start the lube.
How much was the power adapter?
Like less than $20.
Oh man.
That's I can have it shipped to you. I have it on Prime saved, just like my old orders.
Let's do that then, because that would be really good.
Yeah. Oh man, how do Zeal stabs work? It's the one with 2 holes still, right? Yeah, it's still 2 holes.
Yeah, yeah. The same.
It's just they don't touch the ground. I don't need to clip them. I just need to lube them. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for taking so long, Olivia. I'm getting to this. Did the LEDs get fixed? No, not yet. I want to actually finish the build first and then do the LEDs last, because like I can just replace the bad LEDs with new LEDs, so it's legitimately not a big problem. So I can straight up replace the bad ones instead of just trying to keep reflowing them in case they did get burnt out, because the plastic housings for these aren't the best. Ain't that the truth?
It's been so long since I've had to use 2.75 shift. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I bet you that keycap isn't even shiny, huh?
How do I TKO? I don't know what goes on the navigation cluster. I never use this stuff.
For those 6 keys?
Page up, page.
Okay, are you ready? From left to right?
I got it open.
Sure?
I'm good. I'm good.
Sure?
I appreciate it. I'm good. Yeah.
Sure?
I got this.
Cause that's my 9 to 5.
Nine to 5, he said. KL is life. Not for me. That.
I wouldn't say TKLs. Actually, no, I like a lot of TKLs, to be honest. Do I bring a board to work? No, I do not. I use a Lenovo Rubber Dome keyboard at work that actually legitimately hurts my wrists every single day, because I have to use it on a keyboard tray, and the keyboard tray has a bar in the front of it to prevent, you know, people who don't know how to like balance things from having their stuff roll out of the tray. So, like, I have to put my wrists on it really awkwardly and, like, type, but then also my mouse is stuck there because I can't move it because the top of my desk has paperwork, because I do paperwork, unfortunately. That's a part of the office work that I must do. So like I'm like this typing, and then I like move my hand to my mouse that has like 6,000 DPI because I only have 4 inches of movement space for it. Yeah, that's me at work. So I can go home and I can enjoy using a trackball and not destroying my wrists. People wonder why are you so good care about ergonomics, Huey? You're young. Because work sucks for ergonomics. Yes, I could get rid of my keyboard tray. I've been offered the possibility, but I need the desk space. I need the desk space because I'm kind of important at work.
You're important?
Surprisingly. I get surprised about that too sometimes.
You're really important to me.
Oh, thanks, buddy. You're... Oh,
Nice.
you're some sort of list.
No, you can stop there. You can stop there. It's all good. I think you've already explained that as much as me.
Just get a Kumo. I'm not sure how I feel about sideways mounted switches. Actually, I need a numpad at work, so I probably could get away with an X1 if I ever get one. Yeah. Rimsky. I love it every single time. It's not nice, but it just feels so right.
Remember when Huey used to be nice to me, guys?
Hey,
Average Farm remembers.
SKT. Hey, Yutsuki as well. Howdy, howdy. This PC might look familiar. TKC Candy Bar. Oh, yeah, I saw that on Instagram earlier today. Talk about it in the news tomorrow. That'll be, I don't know if I probably forgot to add it on the news doc. TBH.
Not tomorrow, next day.
Or next day. I'm so excited for days and life and things happening. Nebulant. Huey in all caps. It is not Wednesday. Oh, I'm just gonna receive so much shit for that for as long as I stream.
Apparently I didn't do this navigation cluster right. Really bad at life.
Okay, if I was a 6.25, I would be positions over here, I guess. Yes, over here. That looks right. Does it?
Oh.
But did you die?
But did you? Hate you. Hold on.
Hey, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday somewhere in the world.
Is it?
I'd hope so.
Oh, I see how these are supposed to work. Okay, okay.
Are you talking about Prince?
The navigation cluster on Hyperfuse Redux is icon mods, which I didn't even notice until like now. But now I think I got this. They're all funky symbols.
Oof. I just need to adjust the torque setting to not be intense. That's acceptable for me. I hope it's acceptable for Olivia. Yeah. Why is everyone putting Hyperfuse on Salamander? Because everyone wants to go back to 2016.
I don't know, man. This is like the only set I can put on a purple board. And just because I'm not going to take muted off of my meme right now, I'm too lazy.
Oof, I wish I had screws for my meme so I could, like, say I could finish it and put it together.
So you could, like, use it?
Oh, crazy, right? It's literally sitting on my bed behind me without keycaps, screwless. Just sits there.
Am I missing a key from the set?
Olivia, what key set would you like me to try this board out with?
Oh, there.
B-dubs. When I do try this out for you at some point in the very, very near future. Plug in this board again. Okay.
Huzzah! Completed. Go ahead and swap out the Lumina. For
Next stab. Let's do a shift. I need to work faster. I'm sorry for taking so long, everyone.
Yo.
So I guess my gear video is gonna have to wait until I get a new desolder. For anyone who missed it, we gotta bring this out. It's cool now. Can I touch it? Can I just put it back in there? Oh my god, a piece of plastic just fell out. Okay, let me see if I can just cram her back in there. I don't know. Nope. Eh. Just a little bit of duct tape and super glue, right, everyone? Oh, there we go. See? It's back. I can use it. I just have to, like, not shake it too much. Otherwise, this will happen. Epoxy resin. Oh, how sensitive is epoxy resin to 360 Celsius? I mean, in theory, if I'm just careful, it should be okay. This is an electrocution raid. It's not on. Eh.
Alright, I'll give everyone a really bad brief typing demonstration for anyone that cares.
Let me, mute or pause the music for you.
In here without messing with the camera. Going to basically turn off my noise gate, so you'll be able to hear my air conditioning, unfortunately, but hey, such is life. I'll do a video, a typing video with better audio soon, but here's what you guys get for now. here's the money question. How does it feel, right? PBT plate, all that new interesting potential goodness. How good can it really be, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I noticed the plate. I feel like this build could be PCB mount, and I probably wouldn't know the difference. Hard to tell if it affects sound.
What is it?
I don't know, man. It's tough because I haven't really used PCB mount builds very much, and I've definitely never used them with like tuned switches. But in my opinion, it feels like there might as well not be a plate there. I think. Yeah, I mean, it's a very not harsh, but like abrupt bottom out, I guess. I think it feels good and it sounds good, but I don't know if that's the plate really contributing to a whole lot. Hard to say. Hopefully I'll have some more opinions after typing on it for a little bit longer.
What does Olivia want to do with this extra stabilizer? Because I'm not using 2.75 shift, and I'm not using backspace shift, because those are going to be split babies.
I mean, I imagine, yeah, Nathan, I definitely imagine there's a sound difference. I mean, at the very least, the PBT is influencing the resonation in the case. That much is kind of obvious. I used their Zeal bottoms, cherry tops, vintage stems, 65-gram springs lubed with 104. And they feel very good because Chris did them for me. Chris Swires. MX Swires, there you go. Except not Panda tops because he didn't really have any to spare. So I just asked if he could use cherry tops instead. So almost Swires. I think this board feels really nice.
But you don't know if it's because of the whole board or is it because of the plate?
Yeah, like it's so hard, right? Like, because to really know stuff like that, you need like an identical build side by side, like with all of your controls, but also your variable. So like, it would really need like an aluminum plate or something, aluminum or brass or steel, like something I'm really familiar with, like next to this, just to see.
I feel you. You are definitely Phelps.
It's nice though.
God damn.
How are things going on your end, Huey?
I'm just lubing up the stabs. You know how it is. What's the track?
Oh, you're not soldered switches yet?
No, I'm yeah, I've been busy, buddy. I've been busy. I'm sorry.
Enough. Fair enough.
I'm going through a lot. You know, like.
Is it $600 nice? Wow, that's the real money question, isn't it? Oh boy. No, I don't think it's $600 nice, but that could just be my opinion. I don't know, man. That's that's a tough question, but no, I don't think I would spend $600 on one of these.
Would I spend $600 on one of those?
I mean,
There you have it, folks.
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, you already have like some pretty nice TKLs too, so like I can't imagine like how much better this would be than like something like the Mira
or my unicorn, even with his all acrylic and like $150.
Yeah,
but that unicorn came with its. I mean, that was a special kind of thing that happened. That like, not.
I mean, this board is nice. It's very classic. It's very elegant. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing really like wrong with it. It's nice. It's just.
Do you think it would change your mind if you had an aluminum plate?
I don't know. Maybe.
And you know, I think that's a hard to say thing because I think one of the real grabbers in a way for that group buy is the fact you can choose obscure materials like PBT and PVC to be your plate. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
And those don't really come with a price differential compared to aluminum, as far as I know or remember. They might. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember. I honestly don't remember, but I think they're the same.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put music back on if you want.
I do once, and cool. I'm going to change it up, though. I'm going to change uppity. Cyber Sam is asking, what wood is your wrist rest made of, Brian?
No idea. Walnut? Maybe? I've had this one for like at least 2 years now. I've been meaning to get a new one. I'm gonna ask Teslatron to make me a custom top plaque one, which should be pretty freaking cool. Yeah. Alright, what else can I do now that you're doing stuff still?
Tell me about your day.
Tell you about my day, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I went to work for a little bit, and it was really shitty. Oof. So, that's a thing. That's a thing. That's pretty much what's happened. Although I did, after work, I picked up some dank barbecue. If you're in the Top Plaque Discord, you might have saw that in the food and drink channel. And that made me feel a little bit better, because that was pretty good barbecue. Made me happy. What's not making me happy is my spacebar is kind of catching ever so slightly if I press it too far back and down on the left side. Or the right. What did I do to the stabilizer? Maybe I just have to wear it in a little bit. Saw the Orca's wrist rest on Grams. Anyone try one? No, but that guy's local to me, actually. I ran into him at the Seattle meetup, and I saw his thing go up recently on Mass Drop for his wrist rests. And they actually look pretty good. I saw them in person. They do look pretty nice. I wouldn't hesitate to get one, assuming you're in the market for one. In the other chat, Invidious is asking, hey Brian, do you feel the creams are feeling any smoother after some use? Just testing the one I have. I don't think they will break in at all. I was actually thinking about that a lot yesterday. because, in my opinion, they're actually like that palm-on-palm friction is only getting worse, which is like kind of interesting. So I think these are probably going to wind up being something that needs lube. But like it's weird because like when you type at normal speeds, it feels very smooth. Like you don't feel any friction. There's no scratch or anything. They might as well be lubed while you're using them. Sorry. But if you press slow enough, you can feel that palm-on-palm friction, and it's really, really strange. And I feel like it's getting more noticeable as I've been using them. But I don't know. I've talked to Chris Wires about it, and he claims to break them in, and they're much better now. I don't know if we just have differences in opinions, maybe, but I don't know. Like some of mine feel better, and some of mine feel worse. It's kind of strange, but they feel smooth and consistent when you're actually typing on them.
Maybe there's a longer break in time that none of you are accounting for.
Yeah, I still think it's too early for me or really anyone else to say anything about it. They haven't been in our hands long enough. I will say that I have been very much enjoying typing on them, even stock. I think they're absolutely wonderful. Just don't press them too slow, otherwise they feel very strange.
Would you say them in the stock form is almost like, in terms of like how it makes you, I don't know if it's the right word, but kind of almost emotionally feel like a panda stock, where like we all knew the stock pandas had issues, but we still had fun typing on them?
Oh, totally, because the pandas were really cool for a lot of reasons. They just weren't smooth. Yeah, which for me kind of sucks because smoothness is something I value a lot. But I still kind of got over it, and I still like them. These are otherworldly smoother than a panda. So I mean, you do get that smooth experience, and I think it does sound good. It feels nice. It feels stable. It feels smooth. This is going to be a switch I'm probably going to use in like a lot of builds. I feel like. Definitely more than just one.
That is good to hear. Hopefully I will get to try those out sooner or later. I actually forgot to put some washers on the spacebar for this. I know I don't need to, but Olivia has requested, and I have 1,600 of these, so there's no point for me not to. And then I can get to actually soldering switches, because I'm pretty confident about how these lubes are for the stabilizers, and I kind of really wish I had Zeo stabilizers now. Even more.
They're pretty good.
Yeah,
they're honestly
great.
Very good.
I haven't used them in so long, but like I'm feeling these, I'm like, oof. These are pretty nice.
Sinapana says, probably has an oddly high coefficient of static friction and a low coefficient of kinetic friction. Interesting. Yeah.
No stabs are best stab. Oh, Heine. Da-dun, da-dun.
Yeah, I can say this for certain, but there are no switches currently on the market that are anything like these palm switches. Me no big words, by the way. Oh boy. That song's over, by the way.
I know, but I'm struggling to put this washer on this screw.
Invidious is also following up that palm question with, did those obscure all palm blacks you have the same friction feeling? Let me grab those real quick.
I wonder how worn in those are. Are those like super worn?
I think they're fairly old. I don't know how worn in they are.
That is a great question, though.
That is a great question. Ah, here they are. No, so these are These feel much smoother when you press them slower compared to the all palm cream switches.
Gert is asking, how does lubed Topper compare with the best of electromechanical switch smoothness? I think you mean if you mean the clones. Topper is still the king, as Yutsuki says. Actually, Yutsuki, Sam, since you're in chat, okay, the series that the LEDs go in, because this is unfortunately one of the PCBs in which not all the LEDs work, as you can see. Does it go clockwise or counterclockwise, so I know which direction to work for fixing the LEDs? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Because I'm going to do that after switches. Well, that's a nice to-know kind of thing. Counterclockwise. Perfect. Thank you. So I know I need to fix this one then, or replace it, because you very kindly shipped me a lot of extra LEDs with the 910. Okay, so I have these Xylants, which I have made in the same spec I have made for my E6, which a lot of people did enjoy at the New York meetup, and Olivia enjoyed it so much she said, Huey, I'm going to send you some Xylants. You better do it right, otherwise I'm going to fight you. And I'm like, okay. So
that sounds like Olivia.
I made sure that I lubed these and built up these Xylants in the same exact way, because I would lose that fight.
I wouldn't want to fight Olivia.
Yeah, right?
Actually, no. I totally. I would. If Olivia and I fought, she would just get destroyed.
See, that's what
I wouldn't want to fight her, but I would destroy her.
But Olivia fights like how people fight in Parappa the Rappa, and yeah, I don't know what that means. Also, this plate has a lot of flex in the middle. Like, I don't know who you got this from, Olivia, but they're like straight up missing a screw on the bottom, so there's flex in the middle. There's no screws by the port, so there's flex on this middle portion up top as well, which I feel like even as I'm pushing in the switches, because the only places for the screws for the plate is in the four corners. So yeah, I'm not sure what's that about. And those are, yeah, that's an odd thing. I wonder if I could help you out with that. Yeah, they're M2. Oh, this is M2.5, so they're they look pretty big for M2. But yeah. So just a heads up, you might feel more flex, which you can physically see on this top parts. So that's hold on. Maybe I can help you, because I have this little tray that says screws here, and I might be able to make some magic happen. Because I am in fact Huey. Brian, you could actually, if you wanted to, you could find music yourself on the Watch Together.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's a shared thing, the collaborative platform.
Oh. All right. Let me find something then.
Okay, Olivia, I got you a screw on the bottom. I hope you don't hate me, but it's a different color. It's a black. It's also a Phillips instead of a hex like the rest of them, but it does fit. It does screw in, so it's tightened on the bottom now for the plates. So yeah, hopefully hopefully that helps you out. Okay, I'm gonna keep mounting switches. Bum 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 bum. Well, I don't. I wonder who. I mean, I say I wonder who, but like, I know there's only like two, probably mainly two parties involved with the internal design of this board that I could put a blame on for the fact that the top middle flexes so much. And there's literally nothing anyone can do about it. Hopefully it's not too bad when you're typing. That's the hope. But it's definitely, like, you guys can see on stream, like, I'm pushing it down. You guys can see, you know, I ain't pushing it that much. But you guys can see the plate kind of bounce up and down. For the top section, the bottom section is fine now. I got that bottom screw. But that top section's yeah. So, Ryan, I do see the words official music video. This isn't something that we're going to get copyright strike on, right? Or
no,
a copyright strike that would take us off. Take that off. Take this full video off. Just,
no.
You can't monetize because common sense.
This is a royalty-free playlist.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh, you're so fancy.
Yes.
I just find out firsthand.
Yeah, no, I have never once had any issues playing any song from this particular playlist.
Okay.
And they do swap out songs like a lot, like it's a living playlist kind of thing. But I've never had any copyright strikes for any of these music songs that I have played on this playlist before. So hopefully we will still keep that tradition alive and going.
Oh man, why are these switches so hard to mount on the end here? This is another tight plate. I have my theories on where this plate was manufactured and who chose the factory.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like.
Jimmy's an expert on getting copyright strikes.
You
I
know
mean,
it, baby.
we kind of both are.
I'm an expert on avoiding litigation. Thank you very much. Ball so hard. I have enough experience to be a paralegal. JK. No.
Whoa.
Okay.
What is this song? This is Jolt by Unlike Pluto.
Why is this sticker here? It's covering things
Actually,
I need to use.
I'll share the playlist in the chat real quick.
Don't leave sticker residue sticker. You did, you didn't.
This is the playlist that I'm using.
Sorry, there's sticker residue. I'll fix that later. I take full responsibility for the sticker residue. I'm still like
Good.
blocking a PCB mount hole. Like, please. Here we go.
NVIDIA is asking, would you have a way to do macro shots comparing the housings? This is back to the cream versus RRE black scenario. It seems to me all stems have the same friction in the creams, so I think that's where the main difference will be. Well, yeah, all stems are pretty much palm, right?
Yes.
Like pretty much any MX switch that you find is going to be made of palm in terms of the stem alone. The housing is usually something different. which is why you're probably getting that exact same experience there. I do have a macro lens, but it's not a very good one.
No, the one you got's pretty good. Just trust me. You got a lot of light, and it'll get the pictures he needs and the quality he needs.
Yes, I can hopefully do that for you.
I believe in you, Brian.
That'd be a pretty good Reddit post, actually. I should do that for science, because I'm probably one of like not that many people that still has RRE blacks.
Exactly.
So I will do my darndest sometime this week to try to get some good lighting. There hasn't been a ton of good lighting in my area because there's so much smoke, so the sun is like partially blocked out. But it's supposed to clear up tomorrow night, so hopefully we can get some actual sunlight.
Wanna throw on some musica?
Oh wait, why did that playlist not keep going?
Did you put in the whole playlist, or did you put in the first song on the playlist?
I put in the whole playlist. Hold on, let me import.
I
playlist.
see it. There you go. I see it filled up right now.
Apparently, I have to post that and then click the import button.
It's weird, yeah.
Got it. All right, that's silly, but here we go. Should be good now. Speaking of good, now seems like a really good time for some whiskey and/or beer.
I agree.
While I think of something else I can do quickly while Huey is still finishing that board.
Building an Exent. Ask me anything about this.
Yeah, if you guys have questions at all for either of us about anything, let us know.
Anything. I'll let you peer into my soul. I can't promise you'll like what you see. But... what the heck was that? Hold on, what? What?
So I will be right back,
oh,
ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching, by the way.
Interesting. Okay. Huey, what did I do now? Oh, nothing, Olivia. I promise. It's still working. Actually, so there's a very interesting thing that that Quad Cube did with this PCB that I noticed that very few other people do. It's really hit or miss opinion when people do it. So you'll notice if I zoom in, and I focus it, that the PCB mount holes actually have metal rings around them. Of course, they're not pads, but they're to be reinforcers to make these holes larger, make these holes more reinforced when you stick the PCB mount legs through them. So it prevents you from, in a way, sticking them in too deep, if you know what I mean. And because of that, you know, if you try to push it in too much, it'll make them unclip from the plate, and then so it's a back and forth between making sure you have it clipped all the way into the plate and having it clipped as much into the PCB as possible without it, you know, kicking back and unseating the switch. Yeah. So what happened earlier when I was like, oh, it was because I pushed it here to, you know, make sure the PCB mount got deep in, but when I did that, the PCB mount won and it unclipped the switch from the plate. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta make sure that's balanced. I also need to clean up your and you can't see it because of the lighting and it's super bright. It's like fingerprints like everywhere because of me. So I'll make sure this is properly cleaned before it gets back to you. Do you want stepped or unstepped caps, Olivia? GG. Unsteps. Okay. Gert Tracker is asking both of us, Brian, what's the oldest board you still own and still use? Oldest as in like the age of the board itself, or the oldest as in like the longest, the board we've owned the longest that we continually use?
Yeah, you gotta clarify that question. I don't really own many vintage boards anymore.
Oof, there's a... I'm assuming it's the latter question, but I just want to double check.
Got some ink for my printer.
That we've owned the longest.
That we've owned the longest. Huh. My HHKB? Maybe? I don't know. I've had my HHKB for like 3 years now. I don't think I've had anything else longer. Everything else that I have now is like they're customs that I've gotten in the last couple of years.
I think, if I remember this correctly, in order as well, from oldest to newest, my 3 oldest to newest that I still consistently use in my rotation. My Gone MX Mini, which has been unbuilt and built over a dozen times. My HHKB and my Real Force 87U, because I don't know if you guys remember my old channel a long time ago. I reviewed it when it was stock. That's like the same Real Force 87U that I eventually put BKE Extremes in, that I put Nova Touch housings in. That's currently in the prototype Nova Force I have. Like I consider that the same board but upgraded. But of course you can always bring up the argument of, you know, if you have a ship and you replace one wood plank, you know, every few years, and you know, 100 years, every wood plank's replaced. Is it still that original ship? Yes. Sentimentally, yes, and that applies to my Real Force 87U. So yes. So those are the 3 for me, I believe. Yes. Yes. Those would be my 3. Although I'm pretty that Real Force is older than that HHKB though. Is it? I don't know actually between those 2. Maybe the HHKB is older.
Yeah, I think mine's my HHKB Pro 2. It's a 2014, but I think I got it in 2015. I also sold all of my earlier boards.
I mean, it was a different time when we got into the hobby with the in and out of different boards.
Yeah, there weren't really a ton of customs.
Well, not customs in today's standards, but there's a lot of kits.
Well,
you know, like 6 tray kits, a ton of tray kits, and we'd go through a ton of different tray kits with the different sizes, layouts, keycaps, key switches. It was a different game.
Yeah.
You know, it was a young man's game back then. Now everyone's, you know, like an armchair connoisseur. It's all like, oh, this is obviously the best thing. I've only tried this, but it's the best.
Yeah. That's something that does actually happen way more than it should in this community. Come on, camera. Stabilize for me.
On the ground, treading a thin line, keep me sound, drown out the voice, letting us down, they lose the power with you around. I remember Berlin, you knew I was hurting, oh.
Sorry for all the vertigo.
Yeah, you kept me safe, you kept me sound.
That's why you guys like, I'm trying to get like a good angle on just the board, since I don't really have a use for my camera going on right now. Only got into keyboards a few years ago now. Yeah, well.
So did most of the community.
So did a lot of us. I mean, it's only been like 4 years for me. So, I mean, the hobby itself is like really not that old.
Its hobby's like been growing exponentially, like almost every single year. It's pretty amazing, if I had to say so myself, and I do say so myself. Why am I still coming across pins? I thought I like undid, but didn't undo. So they're still existing, and like this is already too deep in boards and artisans. Decades like a hobby. Hobby is like a decade old. Yeah, I mean, yeah, decade old for a hobby is like young.
Pretty young, yeah. The 980C is on your list. We'll jump to the top if Norb does a case for it. Nice, yeah. He probably will. I don't see why he wouldn't. That board might be popular.
I see why he wouldn't, actually.
Why wouldn't he?
Because he doesn't use that layout.
I mean, maybe. But he might do it for other people.
That's true.
I mean, doing a 660C case.
Yeah, that's true. He's a very nice guy. No, I have a good hunch on what he's working on next. And I don't think it's going to be a 980C case as his next project.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like his keyboard bag either for next project.
Yeah.
I'm meaning like actual keyboard project. Unless he does change his mind, I have confidence about what one of his potential next ones will be. So, and I don't think it's going to be a F980C case. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet.
Yeah. Godlet Kitten is asking, I've been meaning to ask. I was watching old VODs to study up for the raffle and was curious if you guys ever get artisans on the show again.
That's a great question. Absolutely great question.
So,
you want to go first?
Yeah, so I definitely am not opposed to having artisans on. I don't think either Huey or myself are. But at the same time, I think it doesn't really go with our target audience, at least in that kind of sense. But conversely, what I would really like to do is actually have a segment not done by Huey or myself, but branded under Top Facts. So maybe we, recruit someone once a week or once a month that would do like a video or like write up an article on artisans, and they can interview artisans and write about new artisans and new raffles and new stuff going on. Because Huey and I aren't really like part of that niche anymore, and it would be not very good for the community if like Huey or myself try to do that, because we just aren't really like in tune with that anymore. But if we could have someone else do it like for us, basically, that would be really cool, because then we could have like kind of our own little like small artisan section on Top Flack. Not necessarily the main show, but like a video on YouTube or something per se. And that could fill that kind of gap where people could get that knowledge. And, we wouldn't have to scramble to try to learn about things that we honestly don't care a whole lot about right now. So I think that would be like an ideal circumstance. I don't know if you had anything to add or augment to that.
Yeah, I did. I just want to destroy this. Move this SIP socket first.
SIP socket. Wow.
Well,
wait for switches.
No, it's a B-Sun switches.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
You know what I mean.
I thought you meant for like LEDs. It's like people still use those.
Well, the person who built this, I wouldn't be surprised if whoever built this considered that.
Do you remember how popular LEDs used to be on keyboards? And like now, like nobody uses them anymore.
Yep.
That sounds interesting. How much of that like was a fad?
I was trolling people the other day. I'm like, I should make my next custom build and kick it real old school with just WASD escape LEDs.
Ooh.
With accent WASD keys. You know what I'm saying?
That actually sounds pretty epic.
I have the magenta. The round 1 magenta accents for GMK Cyan round 1, which have the WASD accents, as well as like atrociously the F and J accents. Which, fun fact for GMK Cyan round 1, those those F and J accents are only way to get barred F and J. And there's like a completely, they're the magenta, which is like the completely contrasting. That's like the primary keycap color, with the cyan as the legend. Oh, I was supposed to add something to what you were saying earlier. Artisans, right? Yeah. So the thing about that with Top Clack right now, it doesn't fit our direction at all. That's absolute truth. What Brian and I are currently about doesn't fit in the realm of what artisans do for the community and what we care about in this community. And that's absolute truth. Brian's right when saying, like, it would honestly just be bad if we had to start researching something we honestly didn't care about. Because we, at the moment, don't. And I don't think either of us are really planning on getting back in artisans anytime soon.
Yeah.
And
one thing about Top Clack and this kind of project in general is it's kind of a passion project. And, like, it would be really unfortunate for everyone if we put out content that we didn't want to put out ourselves individually as part of Top Clack. So we try to avoid that and just do the things that we feel is more necessary as far as, like, educating the community and informing them about important things. And when it comes to keyboards, you know, artisans are just not that important.
At least not,
like,
not to us. Not to us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, they can be fun, and some people don't even care about keyboards, they just like artisans. And that's totally fine, like, to each their own, but like Huey said, that's not really, like, the direction of Top Black. AB Warriors is saying, was just wondering why Apolitary wasn't on the show. I only recently started watching again. So, God, it's been over a year now, actually, huh? Because he came back for our 1-year anniversary for that episode.
Yes.
So he's been doing real life stuff, getting his doctorate, I believe, among other things in his field. So he's been away for, gosh, probably almost a year and a half at this point.
He has finally been more active in keyboards now. I think he's a little active on these different Slacks that he frequents, and he's been doing the Tokyo meetup information.
He gets a little bit more active, preceding a Tokyo meetup. So he'll probably disappear a little bit more after that. Usually is how it works. But yeah, that's what Apolitary is doing. If some people out there are maybe a little bit newer to Top Clack, and you have no idea who Apolitary is, well, he actually was one of the hosts of Top Clack when we first started. There used to be 3 of us, and then it just became Huey and myself when he had to, unfortunately, break apart and, get his doctorate, which is, pretty important, turns out, for something that he wants to do. And so Huey and I continued on without him. That's pretty much just the way it went.
Early Top Clack. Oof, what a mess. What an actual mess. Like, we joke about, like, Top Clack production quality and, like, all the issues we have today. But, like...
It's so much better today.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
you guys
god.
actually
It's, like,
went
worlds
through...
better.
Cause, man, I think if Olivia's back, I think Olivia can attest. Because Olivia discovered Top Clack through watching our VODs. So eventually she just, like, watched so much she caught up to, like, present day. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, right? Because, like, well, she watches everything at, like, 1.5 or 2x speed for things like this. Because she got into the hobby, right? And she's like, what's content, right? And apparently we were, like, the few content that was easy to access. And so, like, she went through from, like, basically near beginning to, like, catching up. And, like, she was like, oh my goodness. Things are so bad at the beginning. And, like, hey, look.
It's really bad.
For you guys you don't know, it literally took us... We didn't have an established news section until, like, 6-7 months. And the only reason we had... Actually, I can't say the reason, because that might give away an answer to the quiz. So I'll hold off.
We still haven't even closed them yet, have we?
Actually, technically, even though it's not closed, we can see the timestamps, so we can just not count any answers submitted past them.
Yeah, because Nathan Kim brings up, isn't quiz over?
It is.
Technically, yes.
People
we just haven't actually closed things yet.
Yeah, we haven't actually closed the form. I mean, it doesn't matter because we see the timestamps when they're submitted. So if you submit it, like, now, I'd look at it and be like, wait, this isn't before the right time. I'm not going to count this.
Yeah, or maybe we're feeling lenient and people can enter still and we'd be like, okay. That's what I'm leaning more towards.
But regardless,
I'm
yeah. But regardless, I can't continue this story because it'll be a spoiler for tomorrow. It's a funny story too.
Sure. Yeah. It's not tomorrow either. It's Thursday.
Oh.
Today's Tuesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, my favorite day.
Yeah, you just twice you've done that now. Yeah, no. Thursday's gonna be great though. We'll have an extra long show. We'll do news, of course, as always. Then we'll go over the winners and some of the contest stuff, and we'll have a lot of fun there, giving out lots of prizes, and then we'll reminisce a little bit. Maybe that'll be fun.
Oof, we can listen to that Vitamin C graduation song that everyone listens to at one point in their life when they graduate from something.
What? I don't know what song you're talking about.
The song that played when you graduated high school. As we go. Okay, Olivia knows what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah.
We remember. Da, 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 da.
True. Yeah, I do remember that. You can't play it. It's surely copyrighted.
Well, no, we can play the instrumental because the instrumental is literally just Pachelbel's Canon in D, which is an old classical song. And I'm pretty sure.
True.
I'm pretty sure that guy's been dead for that composer's been dead for a cool minute. So I mean.
Nebula says Green Day, good riddance. That's a good song, man. It's classic. Alexa, play Despacito. Nice. Olivia was singing Chinese karaoke tonight. Wow.
How fun.
Is Olivia fluent in Chinese?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was she drunk? I mean,
it's karaoke. You
probably.
Have to be.
Yeah, like when do you do karaoke when you're sober?
She just knows a little. You know enough.
Oh boy. Ooh, this song is popping. I like this one. It's like seeing the movies in China. Am I like the only person in the community that hasn't built a board for Olivia? She just like doesn't trust me at all.
No, actually, very few people build boards for her. It's the thing. Okay, so with Olivia, she the only thing she will not do in this community is she will not ship something out. That's all. She won't ship something, right? So either she ships it to someone to build for her, or she gets it herself. If it reaches her, she will be the one that builds it. But if it reaches someone else, then they will build it, which I guess is just Tomu for 2 boards and me for this. But like that's the thing, like if once it's reached her, she has to put in the effort to build it because that's easier for her than to send it out.
She can't be bothered to package something up and ship it.
I'm pretty sure she could like put it in a box and ask a secretary at her office, be like, could you send this to this address? And someone would be like, sure thing. Just slap a label on it, put it in the front, and wait for the mailman. But soldering. Building is easier than packaging and shipping, see?
It costs less money too. Takes less time. Olivia says she still wants to try my lube switches. You should. You should. You should be ashamed that you don't have any yet. That's how mean I'm feeling right now. Theramin's asking if I'm coming to the Bay Area meetup again. That is the plan.
Yes.
I will pretty much always try to make it out to every major NorCal meetup.
So, good news about that. Everyone's taking forever to get me information I need to, like, give me, like, space and everything. But I hopefully, I keep saying by the end of this week. But, I mean, fingers crossed, guys, actually at the end of this week. Because basically, for the last place I know of, you know, if all the other places fall through, then, like, slapping deposit money on the table. They know what I'm about. I know what they're about. But I guess I can tell you guys. So I won't say what the first two options are, in case either of them do work or don't work out. I'll tell you what the last resort is. The last resort is going to be, it's gonna be an outdoor meetup as the last resort. Half out, 3/4 outdoor, 1/4 indoor. So for the meetup, the last resort though is the only resort I think will be a free meetup, no $5 cover. Because, you know, I'm just so gracious like that. Or graciously poor, I don't know. But the last venue option, if the other ones fall through, is going to be an 300 people will fit outdoors, and we'll have tables and chairs, and they'll be all set up as nice little, you know, Bay Area, enjoy the Bay Area November 70-ish degree weather while we talk about keyboards. And it might be slightly overcast because that's the Bay Area in November. So it'll be very pleasant. It will be hot, so that's gonna be good. We'll be outside talking, and there's gonna be an indoor section. The outdoor section is gonna hold between 200 to 300 people. Indoor section between about 150 max. And the indoor section is like a restaurant where people can actually like sit down and eat food and just sit down and relax when they don't want to walk around like at boards. Because a big thing at meetup is, you know, actually having sitting space, because otherwise you're gonna be standing the whole time. So the thing with that venue though, the reason I can say it's kind of free, because other than deposit, if people at the meetup collectively spend $2,000, which is, you know, like hopefully half the people there eat lunch, the venue's paid for. Otherwise, they're gonna slap me with the difference of amounts plus like $300 an hour. So if that is the venue, I'm gonna highly encourage everyone to please eat lunch there. So,
I will eat so much lunch.
So like I said, that's the last resort place if the first two don't work out, and it's fine. It'll fit the amount of people, you know. Even though the total capacity is going to be, you know, smaller than the last one, it'll still fit the maximum amount of people, because, you know, last time we had 450 people. Not all 450 were there at the same time. Obviously, right? At peak capacity, we had probably 300 at one individual time. And as long as we can cover that, we should be okay, I think.
Is Olivia coming to this meetup?
I guess it depends if there's caviar. Hopefully she can.
That's the only reason I attend meetups these days. Caviar or GTFO.
I will make arrangements. He's planning to. Perfect.
Cool. That'll be fun. Well, now I have to go, right?
Actually, it's yeah. It was actually interesting. My aunt was visiting. She still was actually visiting, and she saw me looking at this board the other day, because I got it in. I just wanted to, you know, unpack it and make sure it was okay. And she's like, "Oh, that's a nice board." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a pink. Oh, I mean, a rose gold board. Makes a big difference to the person that I'm building it for." My aunt was like, "Yes, that is a big difference." Remember that, Huey. I'm like, okay.
She gets that.
She understands.
Once you finish that board, we need to play some games.
Yeah. Down to clan around town, all around the playing grounds, including the pitcher's mound. Olivia, I will tell her that.
Men's show? What is men's show?
Expensive?
I imagine. If Olivia wants to do anything, I imagine it's way out of my price range.
Actually, Brian, know it's going to be one of our highlights of NorCal meetup.
What's that?
Whiskey with Input Club. Last year was so fun.
Oh yeah,
they got
sitting around the lab drinking whiskey.
They got a new
stuff.
office now. They had to be moved out of that place. They have a new place now.
Have you checked it out yet?
I have not. I wanted to go this weekend, but this weekend I got to babysit my dog and my folks' dog, so I can't. So I might visit them next weekend because you need to talk to Input Club and Ryan Norbauer about some projects and some things in the pipeline. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. That'll be cool. That was a good time last time.
Right. Even for like a little mini meetup I had you know, like a few months back, where it was the first time Mr. Nathan came in person. Fun time. But he went back there with us, and we had other people there, and like everyone, it was a good time. Everyone got to try to cool keyboards. Kind of get to understanding that they're all, you know, actual human beings who work there.
Someone in the other chat is asking, what soldering iron are you using? He and I both use the TS100.
Oof. I'm down for Nathan Kim spec soju bombs.
Nathan Kim spec soju bombs,
yeah,
huh?
Make some soju bombs for us.
I am okay with that. I'm ready to drink with you guys. I'm ready to outdrink all of you.
I don't know if I'm prepared for this. I feel like I need to start like getting ready then.
Yeah, you gotta pre-funk for like months.
I actually
get a little bit of tolerance.
I actually haven't drank in 2 months.
I haven't drank in like a few seconds.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna correct that.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure I still have enough of my tolerance, because even before New York meetup, I didn't drink like 2 weeks before that, and I still held my own kind of fine. Then again, like,
oh yeah.
Holding your own against Pudsey is pretty easy, and Olivia also just doesn't drink that much.
You guys are all weak. I'm the real American. I'm a real American alcoholic. But no, seriously, that sounds fun. I've never actually had soju either, so. I'm sure drinking it in a bomb with presumably cheap Asian beer is how the bomb works. But,
it's gonna be,
may not be the best.
Knowing Nathan, I'm gonna guess
for...
it's gonna be Cass. It's gonna be Cass beer, right, Nathan?
I don't know what that is.
Tell me I'm right.
Is Cass like an Asian beer?
Yes. Cass is a good choice. Okay, or Asahi.
Asahi. I actually often, especially when I'm out getting like sushi or something, like I really like that, like those cheap Asian beers, man. Something about it just really hits home.
Yeah, dude. Asahi super dry.
Yeah.
Super...
Do you like Asahi more than Kirin and Sapporo?
I do. No, I like Sapporo more. I like Sapporo more.
I think I like Sapporo more than Asahi. I'm not sure.
Actually, I'm not that big of a fan of Kirin. I like Sapporo most, and then Asahi for my cheap Japanese beers.
I don't remember the last time I had Kirin, but I've had Asahi and Sapporo pretty recently. I think I like Sapporo more.
Oh, let's see if everything works. And if everything doesn't work, Olivia's gonna get mad at me until I fix it.
Pass around a 48 ounce bottle of height. Or is that Hite?
Yeah. How about we just get some 40s going on, you know what I'm saying? JK, I know I'm the only person out of all of us here who would be drinking 40s.
Yeah, man.
I
class
still
with it.
contend it's either it's something that you grew up with, you didn't grow up with.
Yeah,
Like you either drink it in your youth or you didn't. It's like menthols.
I don't smoke either. I was a good kid, kind of, until I was like 16. Still kind of a good kid. I drank when I was 16. So that's
Plum
about
wine,
it.
that's good stuff.
Plum wine. Okay. I don't know, man. I like whiskey. that's what I drink. All your fancy combinations of things are scary.
Why did I not solder so many things in the bottom row? I'm like, are these function keys? Then I look underneath, I'm like, no, these are just unsoldered keys.
Nice.
Right? Where's one of them? Where's that key? There you are, you little rascal. Gin, oof. In my youth, I had a lot of gin and tonics. That's how I got through college.
I had a lot of gin and tonic, like, right after I turned 21.
I would wake up, I would have a gin and tonic, and I'd go to class. I get back from class, and then the normal daily debauchery. So I assume this is function key, but I don't know like what he. Oh, this is control. Okay, that works. Okay, is this function key then? Like I don't know what he has. That's okay. It is function key. Okay, everything works. Everything works, Olivia. Happy to report.
Let's also not forget that Huey broke his desoldering gun during the stream.
Yeah.
Make sure to hit that F for respect.
But hey. Okay. Put this bottom. Actually, let me
Don't worry, Huey's gonna get an even better desoldering gun that hopefully won't break on him.
Okay, I will need to clean this before I send it out to you. Yeah, you know that. I will definitely clean it before I send it out to you. I'm also gonna borrow it to do a typing sounds.
Haha! Got you, good sucker!
Gotcha! Stealing them views! Yeah, I'll also fix the LEDs as well. I just want to make sure everything is put on together. The LEDs, oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Moss.
I'll probably fix the LEDs tomorrow, in addition to another keyboard chore I might have to do. I think tomorrow I'll do the minor chores, where instead of, where I'll accomplish several minor goals instead of like a major goal like build a keyboard. I think
tomorrow we also need to get together and go over all the contest stuff.
Oh yeah, we gotta see who's the winner and who's the loser. I mean, winners.
Yeah, we have to do that tomorrow too, because we can't do it anytime Thursday before the stream.
I might be able to get off work a little bit early Thursday.
Yeah, we should do it tomorrow to be safe though.
But yeah, we will do it tomorrow.
Might take at least a couple hours.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be ghetto and wipe it with my shirts for now. Sorry, Olivia.
That's bad, man.
Yeah, alright.
It's bad. Are you gonna put caps on it right now?
Olivia, do you want me to put JTK Toxic on this?
Is there another set for it?
You're right. No, but Olivia, is there anything that you want me to put on this? You want to see with this Huey scented? No, I'm actually gonna go over with a Clorox wipe before I send it out because I'd feel bad otherwise. I'm also gonna clean up your plate as well. I'm gonna get a small brush and actually go through between the switches before I send it out.
What kind of plate is that?
That's aluminum. It just looks nice.
Oh, okay. What color is it?
Silver. like a really white silver, a light gray silver. Like it's
yeah, that was kind of throwing me off. It looks very light.
Literally Toxic or KA 2017.
The only two options.
Well, issue with the KA 17 is you wouldn't have right rows.
I'm very interested to hear the typing test on that too.
Okay, I will. You know what? I'll do Toxic, Olivia, because you always want to go Toxic. You don't think
Olivia,
I will, but I will.
Olivia, are you gonna play Overwatch with us after this stream? At like 1 p.m. your time or whatever?
Wait a sec. What happened to the copper plate? Oh crap, I totally forgot about the copper plate. That Theo wouldn't have to rebuild it.
Wow.
That was my D. It's 1:30. Well, I have another build chores tomorrow. I'm happy this works though.
That's freaking hilarious.
I'm sorry, Olivia. I totally forgot about this too. I knew I had this.
Tomu refuses to like build things for you, and he was
spelled
getting
wrong.
the plate right. At least when you go with me, I'll do it perfectly, Olivia.
Oof. Well, there's a copper plate. My B. That was actually a big my B. Feels
crazy.
Huey.
Well, at least the upside here is we can do a typing test with both of them.
At least I don't have a desoldering gun.
Oh.
I'll do it manually tomorrow. It's fine. I'll finish it tomorrow.
Overnight that FR301.
Yeah. No, I'll finish it tomorrow. Sorry, Olivia. This is my B.
Correct plate choice guaranteed.
I bet you remembered if it was Wednesday. True.
Do you think copper is more like brass or more like steel?
I don't know, dude.
I don't think it's gonna be more like steel.
I'm gonna put in my zip code right now and put in this order for this FR301.
See, Olivia, I won't even charge you for a build.
I'm actually not charging her either.
No, sorry, I was referencing what Nathan said in chat, not you. I wouldn't even charge you. I would do it with so much love and for free, so you could type on them and type on the switches that I poured my soul into, and you'd be like, "Oh my god, these are the greatest thing ever," and I only want to use this board ever, and that's it. Then you just never use any other board.
I actually feel really bad right now. I'm so sorry, Olivia. I feel really bad. I'm gonna fix this. I'm probably gonna start desoldering after this actually, instead of playing games. 'Cause I feel so bad. So this will be done tomorrow, for sure.
Or you could just do it all on stream now.
No.
I'll probably leave, but
I don't want to keep everyone up. So this will be done tomorrow. I don't know if I'll end up streaming this tomorrow then, because I'm just going to end up just going through it.
It's way easier and faster to build a board not on stream.
Yeah, she did not notice when I was building it, and I did not notice either, because I got this literally like a week. I got this like a week before I got the board, and I just put it to the side. That's all. That's what happened. It was my mistake, not hers. I should have remembered. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people don't want to watch me use this, so.
Oh well. You should definitely do a typing test before you desolder the aluminum plate, though. That way you can compare it to the copper plate.
Okay.
That I would appreciate that, and I think a lot of other people would as well. Would be cool to hear what the difference is. Maybe get your opinions on feel. Because I have never used a copper plate.
Okay, so for anyone who wonders like, Huey, why don't you like? I'm gonna pause the music real quick. Huey, why don't you like care about making your like spacebar nice or something? I can make my stabilizer exactly how people want me to make it. Okay, so you guys know the normal Huey spacebar sound. I like the thock on my spacebar. Okay, really hit or miss with people. I like that single plastic thock. Okay, this is how I made it for Olivia because I know people like different things. You guys hear that? I'm like really close. It's a low thud instead of the thock. Because I care about people. I know how to build keyboards, guys. For the doubters of my, why do I only know how to build stabs one way? Ugh. How do you make the thud? Get good.
Wow.
Maybe I should make a video about it, but I mean, oh yeah. Okay, I'm put the keycaps on. We'll listen to it a little bit, and then either late tonight or starting early tomorrow, I will start on desoldering everything. And yeah, I think you guys are gonna be pretty impressed. This is just an absolute monstrosity.
JTK toxic, man. That has just become such a meme now.
Oh god.
People are asking how you did each one of the space bars. What is the Huey secret for each one of those?
What's the Huey? Man, I feel like it's like trade secrets, right? No, it's not trade secrets.
Other than get good.
Oh.
My secret is usually just more lube if you want it quieter.
With no stick at all. Okay, here's also paused again for enter. Single thock. Shift. Small amount of spring noise I should probably address for that switch too. I don't know if you guys heard it there, but the thocks. Yeah. I can do the thocks too. Better than most people in IMO. But hey, that's what it is.
Huey, the secret key tuning god that never gets credit.
It's okay. I like being the contrarian.
It does suit your style.
Yeah, it gives me. It feeds my fighting spirit. I'm just gonna trigger the world and use Bard F Scoop J.
Whoa, that's pretty bad, dude.
It's toxic.
I'm a little triggered.
Oh, and to everyone else, that sound no Band-Aid mod, because I don't want her to suffer through the Band-Aid mod, because that's a bad mod. Sorry, Nathan.
I don't think it's a bad mod. I think it's overrated. But I too like the Thok. I don't need completely. If I was going for a completely 100% silent build, I probably would do the Bandit mod. But because I'm almost never doing that, I don't like the Bandit mod. But I get why some people would like it.
I do clip my stabs. I don't need to. I need to clip my stabs here though, because these are Zeal stabs. Correct. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. This.
Yeah, a little bit different design from Genuine Cherry / GMK. They don't have the nubs to clip, but they also don't need them. Zeal stabs are actually very, very good for what they are. Nathan has been trying going back to no Band-Aid mod. Nice. Yeah.
Olivia says, this memory is forever going to be seared into my brain. JTK Toxic and Rose Gold. Perfect combo.
It's disgusting how epic JTK Toxic looks with everything.
I actually might put it on my X60, which is right above this board.
No, because it's supposed to go on a blackboard. You can't do that. That like ruins the JTK Toxic aesthetic if you put it on a board you're supposed to. Why?
I think last time is because we both hit play at the same time, and then it didn't, and we're like, I guess the next person will hit play, and then neither of us did.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm exactly confident that's what happened, because I tried to push it earlier, and then it stuttered, and I'm like, well, no balls, I won't. Oh, Olivia, is that a... Oh, if you know, you know, I'll go for the bait. I'm gonna go full metal trigger here, and I'm going to actually click, even though, I mean, this is actually correct because it's assigned as control, but I'm going to have both say control instead of one say function.
KB Warrior is asking a great question. Do you need to lube the Zeal stabs or unnecessary?
Depends on what you want them to sound and feel like.
Yeah, I think as far as stock Zeal stabs go, they're a lot better than stock Cherry. You don't really get very much, if any, rattle from the Zeal stabs. Because he uses a thicker wire. The tolerances are actually really tight, which is why he had such a big problem with round 1. So the round 1 of Zeal stabs, actually, the wire would pop out all the time because like the tolerances were so tight that it would just like it would push the wire out like all the time, just because of how much pressure was on the wire. That did get corrected with round 2 and beyond, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, like the tolerances are really tight. I think the wire is thicker, and maybe like the inside of the stab insert is like a little bit smaller. So like the wire doesn't really have space to like move around in there like it does with a Cherry stabilizer. On a Zeal stab, it's very, very tight. Like it sticks in there, and it's like it just stays in there. It doesn't really move.
You're
so
right.
I would. What?
Rage Nation's right, but that's okay because because I'm gonna take the keycaps off. I'm just gonna do things that are gonna bother people.
Oh, Huey. Anyways, yeah, I think lubing is a lot less necessary on Zeal stabs, but I still personally do it because I like that little bit of extra silence, a little bit of extra smoothness. But I would say it's definitely a lot less necessary than Cherry or GMK. AdRept is asking if you lube these stabs or if you lube your stabs in general.
Yes and yes.
Oh my god. This is painful to watch, dude.
I'm a monster.
Is your bottom right alt crooked? Is that just the cap?
Bottom right?
Your right alt?
Could be actually crooked, but it doesn't matter since I'm
on stream. It looks a little crooked, but you never know if that's the cap or the switch until like you actually check. Yeah, it looks like it's the switch now on stream, which I guess since you're gonna do soldered anyway, is kind of irrelevant. But that's kind of interesting. Oh no, never mind. It's probably like a Swiss cheese plate down there, anyways, or PCB.
Yeah, a little bit on the Swiss cheesy side. Huey, the toxic hero we need. Thanks, guys. I try. Okay, I'll put these keycaps away, and I'll give you guys a typing sound. I think you guys are curious to hear this, right? So I think I'll... Man, it's not like... I'll get the decibel meter out. Screw it. I mean, it probably means nothing for you guys unless you guys pull out a decibel chart of what that actually means. Without also, you guys also don't have any comparisons on how loud your keyboards are with a decibel meter. But that's okay. I do it. I do the evil scientist stuff because I have to.
Huey does it for the fans, man. I should get JTK toxic too. 7 Cherry JTK 9. Amazing.
This is like pouring ketchup on Wagyu steak.
One of my coworkers, one of my shift managers actually was telling me earlier that she puts ketchup on tacos. And I was like, what? What?
That's just kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what I told her.
But you put. I bet you she's like, but you put diced tomatoes on tacos, just like liquid diced tomatoes.
That's not really how ketchup works.
No, right?
There's a lot more going on in ketchup.
Yeah. I'll try to clean up at some point in my life. Do a DB database. I could. I don't know if people care about. I care about it, and that's why I do this. But like, 99.9% of the people who watch my content or complain about my content or like my content, this literally means nothing to them. It's like another distraction on the screen. But it matters to me. That's why it's important. Okay, so let me turn my fan off. 'Cause loud. So you guys hear me direct from stream, so Brian, my noise gate might cover it. So, sorry.
No, take off your noise gate. I want to hear it.
Oh, I'm taking my noise gate.
It's like 1 second in Discord. Come on.
Oh my god. Okay, noise gate is completely off. Like, there's probably background music or sounds.
The camera's about to die again.
Nice.
See.
Yeah, I just see like constant green on Discord, and that annoying that bothers me.
It's fine. It's fine. It's only me. Only me.
If you guys know I always have my microphone. One of these guys, one of my most unscientific measurements, away from the microphone, above the tilde key. So this is what it. I'm gonna go to a typing sound test. Sounds like. Sounds like this. Oops. So where's backspace? Oh my gosh. I don't know where backspace is. One second. Oh my goodness, people bothering me. Sorry, Georgia was being a George. I'm gonna keep typing in a second. Okay. So that's me typing how I normally type. Let me type harder. Like I'm gonna slam the keys so you will hear them. I don't think most people kind of don't type like this, but I'm gonna exaggerate, highly exaggerate this typing. Oh my gosh. That's a pretty big difference when you mash, of course, but same thing with silent switches. Of course, you can hear from that, I'm pushing it so hard that it's like compressing the silencing pad and hitting just the plastic. But when you type normal, not gonna hear that. And yes, I do think, if you're wondering, GMK does sound better than JTK. So, I don't know, what do you guys think? That's that. I'm turning my noise gate back up. Because knowledge that it's off triggers me.
Yeah, I can barely hear it. It's definitely fairly quiet.
Yeah, I think I did pretty good. All I gotta do is just transplant these to the other plate for Olivia. And then she should be all good. I guess I should possibly program it for her, because that's like the easiest thing to do. Yeah.
Toxic makes everything sound good.
So, I will say things like this. You know, these aren't cheap switches. I won't lie. It takes money, skill, and effort to make the switches like this. And I don't mean that, you know, out of like pure arrogance. But I used 2 different lubes in order to achieve this effect. which like most people like think 1 is enough. I use 1504, 1504 or 1514. What am I talking about? 1504, 1514.
1514.
I use 1514 and 3204, 2 different lubes with 2 highly different viscosities to achieve this effect. And a lot of people, I don't think many people believe in this method yet, but I strongly do. And this is my proof that it works. And I've been doing it for a lot of my other switches. A lot of people complain, you know, Zeal switches have like, oh, the housings, they don't sound good even when you lube them. Here you go. If you think this sounds good, you know, it's possible if you're willing to put in the work in understanding what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have to say, I guess. All I have to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream that Brian and I did. At Salamander, dope AF, as I believe the youngins say. And then this is the Exent that I just built. And I'll be rebuilding tomorrow because life. Yeah. Brian used Swire's spec linears, and I did 78 gram Xylent switches, which are the tactile silent switches from Zeal. I highly recommend these switches. I will say they're extremely pricey if you're buying them retail and not the group buy price. But, I mean, if you're willing to put the work in them, which I would, highly recommend if this effect is something you want or something that you're looking for. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Once again, sorry to Olivia. I'll make sure this is done by tomorrow. Before I go to sleep tomorrow, this will be done with the correct plates, and then this will be sent out to Olivia Friday or probably to be honest Saturday. I'll send this out on Saturday or Monday at the worst case scenario. So Olivia, next week you will have this board in your hands. And then once I get your other projects you want me to start working on, I will start cranking those out as well. For everyone else who is watching, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much. We've been streaming for a whole 3 hours and 48 minutes. Feel free to catch us on Thursday, where, Brian, what do we have on Thursday? That's so cool.
Guys, 2-year anniversary episode. It's going to be awesome. We've been running multiple contests and raffles that everyone can enter for about a week and a half now, and we're going to reveal all the winners and, you know, reminisce a little bit about, you know, this past year in Top Clack, what we've accomplished, you know, what went well, what didn't maybe go so well, things of that nature. Of course, we'll go over news and stuff as well. It'll be a lot of fun. You should definitely check it out. If you can't make it live, you should definitely check out the VOD. It's going to be a very fun, a very emotional time, and we're going to announce a bunch of winners for giveaway stuff, and that's going to be a lot of fun too, because it's always cool to check out some of these submissions that we've been getting for the contest as well. It's going to be great. Yeah, Olivia, it's going to be on Thursday. It's not going to be tomorrow. Huey has done that 4 times already this stream.
It's going to be tomorrow somewhere.
Yes, for Olivia it is tomorrow, actually, because she's 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
But yes, it's going to be on Thursday. Our typical Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, like Top Pack always is. That's always when it will be. If it's going to ever change, we'll announce it ahead of time for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, it's going to be really good stuff. Make sure you guys check it out. Check out the VOD if you have to. You know, maybe you'll win something.
Yeah, everyone should definitely check it out when you get a chance. A lot of people are going to win. Like Brian said, you know, we're going to talk a lot about, you know, the things that has happened this last year, which has been, you know, all the ups, all the downs, all the awesome things that we've done. And at the same time, we're going to be, you know, letting you guys know what we're looking forward to in the future, because we're hoping we can be going places, and, you know, that's only possible because of all of you who watch us. Whether you watch us via the VODs, because I know there's a very large VOD crew out there, or you're able to catch us live, whether it's the occasional keyboard chore, whether you can make it to our episodes, or if you're one of those awesome people who can listen to us while you're driving to work through the AODs. We appreciate, you know, every which way that you can enjoy our content. We'll have a lot of more contents to go. whether it's reviews, keyboard chores, informational content about guides, building. We're here to keeping it going. Yeah.
Yep. And of course, links below the stream. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to check that out now. We're really backlogged on some things that we need to do, honestly, but we're gonna try to catch up to that, of course. We want to do a 2-year giveaway as well, or not 2 years, sorry, a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, since we recently crossed that milestone on YouTube not too long ago. So hopefully that'll be fun, something to look forward to as well. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's down below. Also, if you're into Discord, you want to just chat with us, chat with our Top Class community, play games with us, talk about whatever. Make sure you join the Discord link below the stream as well, because we're always around. Lots of people always around. Lots of cool people always doing stuff, talking about keyboards or otherwise, and we have a good time there. So if that's something that might appeal to you, make sure to check that out below as well.
Well, with that, we're going to see you all Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Be there and be square.
It's going to be a slightly longer episode probably, but it's going to be a good one.
It'll be worth it.
Love you guys. Take care.